I don't know. It's very, very strange. I don't know how people. Get it. Military strength index by country. Yeah, it's rankings. It doesn't tell me anything. It doesn't tell me anything. No one thinks the number 16 country team in the country is going to win the championship. There's still 16. Do you know how relative measure works? You don't.
Yeah. So he thinks it can be defeated in a day. I think that's what.
It's not defeated.
That's, buddy. I mean, they've lost
People,
lost their entire. Okay, go ahead.
I agree with you that individuals are there, but it hasn't defeated the military. Did the military surrender?
They're not surrendered yet. The military has not surrendered.
In a day, buddy. Fella.
Yeah, but so go. They have lost their defense minister, their leader, the leader of their army, and the leader of their country in one single strike that they couldn't detect in broad daylight.
Well, I don't know if they couldn't detect it. I don't.
That's fucking amazing.
What do you mean they couldn't
detect it in
broad daylight? What do you mean they couldn't detect it?
They couldn't get to the They couldn't get to the compound. They couldn't get escape.
He was in the compound. Oh, so you don't even know the story?
No. I know he was in the compound, but they couldn't get to where they would be safe. And that
what's nowhere to be safe?
I obviously not. But that's the incredible part of the power. This is where Ashton's $960 billion of taxes go to. Creating shit like this.
I mean, you know what's so phony? You know what's so phony about you? You know what's so phony about you?
What's so phony about me?
I'm gonna tell you, you spend too much money on military. This is your whole thing, how you hate all the money on military, and then you come on today and give the military such sloppy top that your mouth is now dry and you need extra Gatorade to get some moisture back into it. You're so phony. Let me guess, are you a Trump supporter again or not this time?
No, I'm not. I'm not a Trump.
It's Chinese technology too. Iran is using.
Iran is using Chinese. No, what? No, look. I can distinction. I think we spend way too much money on the military. $960 billion is too much money. But at the same time, within a 4-month period, you can extract a leader in Venezuela and then kill one of the greatest leaders from not greatest, but one of the toughest leaders in modern times in the Ayatollah, and you can do that in a 4 months.
What made him tough? They never left.
Iran is not tough?
Yes, what made him tough? You said one of the toughest leaders. What made him tough? He was cloistered. What made him tough? Break that down. We never saw him in public. He was cloistered like a motherfucker. What made him tough?
What makes Iran tough?
No, I didn't ask you what makes Iran tough. You said toughest leaders. I said what makes him tough.
The fact that they have stood up to the United States for quite some time. So that's with Hezbollah and Hamas and how they fought. I thought this is not a country that has recoiled. If they fought a long war, I mean this is before Khomeini, but they fought a long war basically against the United States in Iraq.
Wait a minute.
In the 1980s.
The Iraq, so the United States was part and parcel of the Iraq-Iran war. The United States was involved.
We were helping Saddam Hussein. We were giving Saddam Hussein funds and
that wouldn't be
weapons.
Fighting against the U.S. You were just giving supplies.
He wasn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't.
May I ask a follow-up question?
I don't know about funding both sides. We funded Saddam Hussein. We
wanted a follow-up question. For clarification, please. Was there something in the 80s called the Iran-Contra controversy affair scandal?
Yes.
What was the Iran part of the Iran-Contra? Yeah, thank you. No further questions.
Yeah. So this is what I'm trying to say. It's like, so I don't think the United States or any major power has struggled assassinating people. I mean, the United States has done that quite well. It's always the after. Like they dispatched the Taliban, post haste. It's always the after. You drop some bunker busters on a guy's compound and you killed them, and they had other people in there too, and that's like That's the single most impressive military feat in history?
I don't have anything to compare it to. Do you? In a single day?
I
In a
didn't
single
make the
moment?
claim.
No, I'm asking you. Do you have a single in a 12-hour period the elimination of the top hierarchy of a country? Do you have anything to compare it to? I'll listen.
I mean, I don't. Why would that be the military? Why would that be the standard? It has to be the killing of the king or the head of state. I don't even understand that point.
The ultimate
That's why
decapitation
I don't
strike.
understand it. So you went from military feat in history to 12 hours.
It's
So I would
right now.
have to think about all. I mean, what? How much military history do you know to make that claim about a 12-hour period?
Military history. I mean, we could put Little Boy up there. I mean, it's a terrible thing that happened in Nagasaki or Hiroshima. I'm sorry, Hiroshima.
Why would that be a great
Get him off the
military feat?
goddamn stage.
Why would that be a great military feat?
When we talk about military feats and ending wars, that strike is considered one of the because it ended the war. I'm not calling
It's
it
decisive,
great
but what makes it great? You said it was great.
because it prevented the United States from having just in order to invade Japan, which the estimates of death were between 200,000 to 500 soldiers, and it prevented that.
Who was going to invade Japan? The United States?
Japan.
Who was going to invade Japan? The United States?
Because they wouldn't surrender. Yes.
Who told you that? Where are you getting this
You didn't know?
information from?
No, stop. Fucking
Okay,
stop.
go ahead. Go ahead, tell me, RJ. Tell me what happened. Why did we use the
It's not about just using the bomb, it's the entire circumstance and situation around it. You don't know and you're fucking guessing. And you're giving brother what he wants. He's pissing me off because I know he loves this shit.
Anyway, so RJ, you're a historian. What in a single day, in a 12-hour period, when has a country with the totality of the military of Iran been eliminated like this and so quickly? Can you give me a?
Iran's military is not destroyed. Yes, you killed some of the leadership in the strike. The Israelis have intelligence in that country, which we do not. And they dropped 30 bunker busters on his compound and killed him. Okay, you haven't overthrown the country. Talking about people dancing in the north like this is 2000 and bring you back to another point. In 1991, the Desert Storm, George H.W. Bush, they told the people in South Iraq, go forth and overthrow Saddam Hussein. They went forward, the U.S. stayed in Kuwait, those people got slaughtered. This is what you're advocating for. You don't know a damn thing about what you're talking about. And all this is some. No. I mean, if I'm going to talk, I'm going to talk, man.
Go ahead.
Don't drink some Thunderbird in the brown bag.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you. Now that I'm going, shit. Let me go. So you were talking about a potential overthrow of a country which is not feasible with bombs. Over just dropping bombs in the country. I told you this 3 weeks ago or a month ago last time I got on stage. It's the same thing now. The IRGC is still running. Even after they killed Soleimani, they didn't miss a step. You think just taking a couple of these people out is going to wrap this whole thing up? You think they don't have their own continuity of government plans? Someone else steps into place. The VP already said he was coming in. So now what? No, go ahead and answer. And after that, I really want to hear how killing one leader is the same as the dawn of the atomic age and what that meant geopolitically for 50 years, if not to the present day. I want to hear that one because I need to learn more.
All right. I think you're also the same person that said that there was no way that Maduro could be taken out of power without ground forces.
What does that have to do? That doesn't mean even.
Hold on, let me finish.
What does that have to do with this? That's a complete deflection.
I'm not deflecting. Well, let me finish.
That's a literal deflection.
Okay.
Whether you said something that was wrong doesn't mean this is wrong. I mean, you told me the Raiders are going to make the playoffs.
You're wrong about that.
They picked first in the draft. So hold on, but I did Google because I wanted to make sure I knew what I was talking about. You think what they did today was more impressive than D-Day?
No, I would call D-Day probably the greatest. The D-Day and the Battle of the Bulge for me are probably the two greatest. I actually think it was greater than Stalin.
D-Day was about 12 hours, 50. Wait a minute, you just said there was no single greatest feat in one day. 10 minutes later, I said, what about D-Day? Now you're saying no, D-Day was greater.
Yeah. To put it in context, yeah, I'd say D-Day, if we're talking, even though it didn't kill the leadership of the Nazis, D-Day as a battle is the single greatest battle in the history of the world. I'll agree with that.
In the history of the world?
Just,
How do you know that?
Well, I mean, we can go way back in history, but I mean,
well, you said the history of the world.
We could go to the Battle of Constantine. It was probably the most the Battle of Maxentius, whatever you want to call it. Probably the most consequential battle, but I don't think anybody wants to go to 300 AD. So,
You did. You said in the history of the world. You can't make a claim in the history of the world, and then when I ask you something from ancient history or slightly
you're ruining the professor. You're ruining the conversation. Go
You're
ahead.
a car salesman. You ruin every conversation.
Okay, thanks.
That's why you went into car sales. It's for dummies. So anyway, let me continue. So, because you like to, I was trying to be nice, but now you want to try to act like what people do. You don't know what my job is. We know what your job is. You sell cars. That's why you went in cars. It's for dumb people, especially dumb black men. Okay, let me continue. So, you said in history, and now we can't bring up stuff from history?
What about Gettysburg?
It was a long battle. I'm talking about a single strike. And RJ, you're intelligent. I'd love to hear it. I can't think of anything else in a single strike, in a single day, that took out the entire leadership of a country. I mean, even what Israel did.
I'll give you an example if you want. How about this, man?
Come on.
After World War II, Eisenhower becomes president at 52 years later. He didn't want to send the army in because he was fearful of bombs. He started using the CIA as a weapon. They used propaganda, specifically a radio station, a bunch of propaganda, and a couple of officers that they paid off and overthrew an entire country. The country's name is Guatemala. That's how they got our Benz out. How about that?
I'm somewhat familiar with what you're talking about, but Guatemala in comparison to Iran, I mean, yeah, you want to talk about, in that case, I'm like, yeah, we're talking about the number one military versus the number 100. You know what I mean? It's just so different. Though that was an excellent use of military intelligence, I'll give you that. But I'm talking about an actual strike using the military. I can't think of one that took out a leader as high-ranking as the Ayatollah, and that's consequential. Can you?
Well, there were people who took out Archduke Franz Ferdinand with one shot, started a World War. How about that?
Yeah, that's a good
It's the
example.
Archduke. I don't know.
I don't know. No one's the Ayatollah. It's Hitler and the Ayatollah. I don't know.
Wait a minute.
No,
So
RJ, it's not.
the debate one second. So the terms of the debate are now it also has to be a head of state?
It's real different than it's not. Well, anyway, look, yes, a head of state is obviously the top and most secure person. And RJ, what I'm saying is
That's not necessarily true.
It was okay. Well, it's not very long ago. People were talking of how incredible the kidnapping of Maduro was in Venezuela, and talking about whatever we used, the discombobulator or whatever Trump called it, in order to get Maduro, and how incredible that was. To me, this is well past Maduro or anything I can think of in modern history. We weren't able to do this with Saddam. We looked for him for 9 months. Had to send an entire military, over there in ground troops. This was done with a couple aircraft carriers and some flights, and it was done quickly. I'm not advocating for it, RJ. I think that's what you're thinking. I'm just saying this is quite amazing.
Hey, Trent, did you hear they had a mall?
But dropping some bombs on how is that amazing?
I don't get it. That's what I'm trying to understand.
It's not like they
That makes no
did
sense to me.
anything. They just dropped some bombs.
They knew where he was. They have incredible intelligence in Iran, which is the Israelis do. This is Israeli intelligence. They didn't have this kind of intelligence in Iraq. It was a completely different operation.
I was about to say
Why
that,
can't you
man.
compare the two?
So easy. Why doesn't Putin drop bombs on Zelensky? You know what I mean?
Why doesn't Putin drop bombs on whom?
Zelensky. Why doesn't Putin eliminate Zelensky in Kyiv? I don't think these things are as easy as we make them sound. I think
He
he makes
doesn't
them
drop them on Zelensky because he doesn't want Moscow to go kapowie. It's a different
Right.
It's a different calculus. It's not even is that a real question? That wasn't an actual question.
It's real quick. I get that. No, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say it's not the exact. It is not the exact same thing. But I think we have to do step back and in all seriousness, go in RJ. And I'm being real serious. We do have to step back and look at the immense power and the fear that it's got to drop into some other people around the world that the United States with Israel. And it was Israel that did this, by the way.
What about the ire that is causing? Like,
would you say something?
What about that? Like, what about the ire? You're like, oh, they're gonna be scared of us. What if they're not scared of us? They're just like, we're gonna fuck y'all up now.
No, I'm
not talking about Iran, but other countries that are like, oh, look at what these motherfuckers are doing. They trying to take everybody out. Let's go take them out first.
I don't foresee that happening. I think it does. I said earlier. I think it does.
I don't know why you blow it off so quickly though. It's just as much of an issue or a threat as you thinking, oh gosh, they're so everybody's gonna be scared now. They're gonna do whatever we say.
I'll just say. I said earlier. I do think that this.
Fucking pussy. They're not.
Okay. Well, I'll just say this. I do think this possibly may greenlight China on Taiwan because they'd have some. They could make some justification.
Oh my God.
But I think.
What does this have to do?
Well, my man, let she asked like about other countries. Let me finish. I don't think. I mean, even in my wildest bets, I wasn't betting that a single strike in a single day in broad is going to take out the leader.
We don't know that it really did anything though.
Why not?
That's up to be seen. Like the regime may still be in place. Like it may have changed nothing except for that particular person isn't in charge.
Yeah, who's in charge, Trent? Since you're the expert, who's now in charge?
The Vice President Fars or whatever his name is. I don't know anything about him.
So is he calling for elections? What's the difference?
I think, and this is just speculation based upon what Trump said, Mossad may have already been in contact with him, which is maybe why he was spared from this. These guys playing to the end. I have to give it to Mossad. They are fucking top notch.
This is just speculation right now.
When did the black man's brain become infected with this propaganda?
Speculation. Propaganda. Here's what I'm saying. Well, I am of power that we are able to convey in such a short period of time. I don't think anybody had first minute elimination of the Ayatollah. That was pretty amazing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why?
Is it more
Just
impressive
why?
that the victory of Hannibal ambushing the Roman army in 207 BC? I'm just asking.
I mean, Waterloo. All right. It's more like Spartacus. Yeah.
Trent, do you think Iran has ever heard of the concept chain of command?
Sure didn't work in this fucking case.
Wait, how did it not work? Yeah.
What?
Say more. Say more.
Because they eliminated the defense minister and the head of the army.
Trent, what does chain of command mean?
Right.
I'm just asking.
They eliminated. It's not just them. They've eliminated way more than that. Those are just the two tops. I mean, it's like eliminating the head of the Joint Chiefs, the president, and the defense secretary. And, I mean, that's pretty fucking amazing to me. I don't know if it's amazing to y'all.
Can you define chain of command?
Can I define chain? No, I can't. I don't know what hierarchy is. I mean, come on, let's be real. I mean, look, I'm not advocating. I don't know if this use of force. I'm one of the people that says it is stupid for you to vote and put all your money into a military, because then you can get somebody like this leadership and they will use your military however they want. And that is what is happening. So I think both Democrats and Republicans are to blame for what has happened by making such a massive force over the years. And now, because, you get in the wrong hands and this is what happens. But at the same time, as an American, and as somebody that does not like Khamenei, I agree with the other speakers, who was a terrible person. As somebody who does not like the Ayatollah, and thinks, the killing of the 20 to 30,000 protesters was absolutely horrific, and the other shit that they've done for years.
Personally, you don't like him?
No, I personally don't like him. No, and so what I'm saying is, to see him eliminated in such a way, I am proud of. I am happy today. It was a good thing, whether Biden had done it or Trump had done it or Obama had done it. I think it's a good day for people.
To be clear,
what's a good day? Making a power vacuum.
People.
So having a power vacuum with 90 million people, you already know they have crazy terror networks according to your own people. It makes it a good day just because they got rid of. So even if, and there's a good chance that what comes after is much worse, today is still a good day. So it really was just about the singular person.
If we consider
nothing about him. He didn't like him, Dan. So there's that. He didn't personally like the Ayatollah.
Ice Cube
politics.
Trent, you act like you got his phone number or some shit.
Like he stole his girl at one point. I think the Ayatollah must have stole his girl. He said when he first came in the room, this was a good day for him. He's a Negro in America. How is this a good day for you?
Well,
I've watched. I don't know.
Contracts Ford was getting into.
No, I don't know if you guys have seen the killings and the executions of these, and it's not just happened recently. It's been going on for years. I've heard. I'm not a big fan of theocracies. We don't become one, putting our commandments in the schools. But I think it was far past time that somebody put this regime and this man out of this misery. I know what can happen. I know what can happen out of this. But my bet right now is very similar to Venezuela. I think this is going to work out
just to be clear,
on the better.
If I fly to Saudi Arabia and stab Mohammed bin Salman, will that make you happy? Is that your love language? I'm just asking. There are executions in Saudi Arabia.
How is Venezuela working better than before? I don't even understand that. Venezuela is working. So they seized oil, 500 million. You mocked me. And you said the U.S. was keeping that money and all this. And you've been gone for a while. I kind of let this go, didn't I? And you said, we already took the first shipment, $500 million. I don't think it was that much money. You mocked me and said it was a ton of money, and it was all going to the U.S. Trent, do you know where that money went?
To Venezuela, from what I understand.
Right. So you were wrong. So
what do you mean I was wrong? No, that's not what I said. I said that we had, no, sir. You're twisting the, look. I said that we taken the oil, and we're dispersing it through our intermediaries back to Venezuela, as we should. It's their oil, but it's something that is in the United States control. You disputed whether or not that could be in the United States control, and I also. Okay, well, maybe you didn't. I'm sorry.
You said that the money was going to the United States. You said we took the oil and we've taken their money.
It goes through the United States.
It didn't go through the United States.
It goes through the United States back to Venezuela.
It didn't go through the United.
It doesn't.
Where was the bank account?
Hey, Trent, I was thinking Venezuela oil help the people of Venezuela.
Where was the bank account?
The United States leased the Venezuelan oil rather than.
Where
was the bank account, Trent?
I think the bank account, from my understanding, is Venezuelan, isn't it?
Where was when they took the money? Where was it?
I thought I don't know if it went through the Department of Treasury or how it.
Of course, it didn't go through the Department of Treasury. It couldn't touch an American bank.
Did it go
You know
through?
why?
Did it go through? It went through a.
Just say
Middle
you
East
don't
bank.
know. Damn.
No. It went through a Middle East and
Yeah,
one of the
you read
Middle
in the
Eastern.
chat. Yeah, you just read in the chat. It's Qatar.
Oh, okay, Qatar.
Do you know what Trump's executive order said about it?
Fuck, I don't know. What?
Of course you don't. Of course you don't. But you said you said that it was about the oil and all this money was coming to the United States.
It was about the oil, and it's still about the oil.
It's not because we
Yes,
haven't
it's about
gotten
the
anything
oil.
from it.
Yeah, okay.
What oil we gotten?
No, okay. Well, you'll see. The oil company sitting at the White House wasn't about the oil, but you'll see. We'll give it a little bit of time.
Wait a minute. You mean
Where
the
they
oil
said that
companies
they're not gonna
who were invited by the president, and when you're invited
Yeah.
by the president, you always go, and then say they didn't have any interest and it was uninvestable?
Yeah, oh my God. Okay, bro, look, you were right about. You want to be right about Venezuela, the one that you said couldn't be removed. You were
I
wrong
didn't say
about
it couldn't
Venezuela.
be removed. Wait,
I-
okay. Now you're just lying.
No, look.
Well, Trent, let me say this. I've read American history. Hold on, Trent. Unlike you, I've read American history. I think the United States is capable of removing anybody. I
Obviously,
never said the United States could not.
fucking obviously.
I know, that's why it's not impressive to me. They've been doing it since World War I. So it's not impressive to me. So your point was this money, this $500 million that they took, it was coming to America. That's what you said. You were making
They
claims
were
about
offloading it in. I said they were offloading it in America. They were offloading the oil tanker in America.
No, I'm talking
That's
about
what
the
they
money.
told me.
I'm talking about the money.
I didn't
I'm talking
even.
about the money.
So
Let me
first of
finish.
all,
Let me finish.
let me say this. I didn't say the money. No.
Because
Hold
when I
on,
said
hold
it wasn't a lot of money, you laughed and said, well, if you don't think $500 million is a lot of money.
Oh, I didn't remember saying that.
No, but we were talking about the
It
money.
was a
So
lot of money. You're right.
I'm not an alcoholic. I have good memory. You're the alcoholic. You have better memory
Yeah.
than you.
But here's
So let me
the
just finish.
thing.
Let me just finish. And then you
Go
can
ahead,
follow.
go
Let me just- And so you said the $500 million was coming to the U.S., this, that, and the third, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's what you said. They put the money in a bank. Donald Trump, not the Treasury Department, because then companies that are owed would be able to file suit because they're owed from Venezuela. Then Donald Trump signs an executive order banning that money and other monies coming from Venezuela being touched by American companies. You haven't read the executive order? Of course you haven't. So your idea that all this money was coming to these Americans.
No, that's
funny.
not what it. Go. If I can just say, look.
What's funny?
Here's
That's
what
what
I
you said.
Okay, here's what I said. I said what they told me is that they were unloading the oil.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
In Galveston. That's what I said. And then I said that there was going to be a regime change strike, which many people in here, I'm not going to call you and say it was you. Many people in here said I was crazy and didn't know what the fuck I was talking
No,
about.
they
How we were
didn't
going to
say
train.
that. Nobody
Okay, well,
said that.
nobody in there said that. Then I said for Iran, I said that they are going for regime change in Iran.
No, stop. There's a third.
Okay.
You're missing the piece I'm talking about. I'm
Okay,
talking
sure.
about after that, they seized some sanctioned oil. And you said that money Trump was going to bring to the United States, and it might go to the Treasury or it could go to companies that are owed. That's what you said.
That is what I've read. That they were gonna give it to the company.
And that's wrong. It already has gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I was
So
wrong about that.
And so my point is, you're saying it's about the oil. It's about this, that, and the third. What advantage has the United States gotten? That's all. Or are you saying it's about?
The advantages of the regime change in Venezuela to the oil markets, now that the American oil companies, I do believe, will be in there. I didn't say it was benefit you, the United States tax-paying citizen,
No, I,
but it's going to benefit American corporations 100%.
how? By flooding the market with more oil and lowering the price?
I don't think it's. And then again, I didn't say that they were going to. I didn't say that they were going to flip the market. They have control of the market. They have more control.
That's control of the market. So American companies not in control of Venezuelan oil?
they're going to be pumping it, so you can control how much you decide to pump. Yeah.
Who told you that? Not if it's nationalized. They don't control that.
Well, I don't think it's going to be nationalized.
Oh, so when are they going to denationalize it? You got a bunch of Marxist Leninists. These people are farther to the left than Maduro. When are they going to not nationalize it?
I think they're going to hold elections I think of one or two things. One or two things are going to happen. Either they're going to hold elections and privatize the oil companies, or Dulcie's going to do it herself and privatize them. But I think she's already made statements pretty friendly towards working with American corporations on oil. So that's what I believe is going to happen.
You read what she's saying about privatizing or not?
And you'll see, and you'll see it sometime by April. I know her public statements and what happens are going to be two different things, but we'll see. Give it to April.
How do you know she's friendly? Wait a minute. So you're allowed to cite her public statements to claim that she's friendly with the U.S., but I'm not allowed to cite her public statements. That's not fair.
Okay, go ahead.
No. You're saying if I bring her public statements in, she's being duplicitous, but you just talked about her public statements.
Her public statements initially were, I didn't believe them. You know what I mean? I just didn't believe them. And I think
the ones in Spanish? Did you listen to it in Spanish? You're not fluent in Spanish. You can barely speak English.
Sí, señora, correcto.
Hey, Ben, you know he got her text now. You know there'd be secret texting at night in the bed.
Oh, that's true. He's an advisor.
Trent, what was that big ass container that Trump was in front of at Corpus Christi yesterday?
I think he was in Portland. I can ask. So there's one more thing before I go. I was with James Tellerico yesterday.
We don't care. Stop changing the subject. Stop doing that.
Well,
no.
Okay. Well, we'll just.
He made a joke. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say he made a joke that he said this oil came directly from Venezuela, and then
probably did.
So he was trying to show his all the oil coming in from Venezuela yesterday.
Yeah, the Valero plant.
You know that, right? Like, what's your problem?
Yeah, he's not lying. The Valero plant and the Sicko plant are there. That's where they were. Yeah, that's where they refine. That's where they refine that type of oil, and that's why, like I told you, when I was at A&M, that's why they like that. They're gonna get more oil to refine, But whatever. None of this is gonna happen, and Maduro's still in power. And
no one said that. Don't do that. No one said Maduro's still in power. I don't know.
Okay, I don't know why. I gotta go. It's good talking to you.
It's good. Go get drunk. Yeah, go get drunk. Go take a couple shots.
Peace out, bro.
Oh my God, yo! I'll put this in the chat. It's not that he's stupid. It's the arrogance. That's actually the problem.
Wait, but he's not smart though.
I wouldn't say. Well, no, he went into cars. Come on. I mean, what do you respect? But everybody knows who goes into cars, especially of his generation. If you go into his cars of his generation, that was way for you to get a job where you wear a blazer and not commit crime. Everybody knows that. All black men of his age know that's what you did. You didn't have any other options. You didn't want to sling rock. You didn't want to flip burgers.
Especially after you dropped out of college.
100%. That's 100% that fact. So you can talk to anybody, say, well, you're gonna go, hey man, all you do is sell. I mean, it's oftentimes sales generally, but definitely car sales. That's why Trent is in car sales.
Okay. So
that doesn't seem right.
So back to the Iran thing now. Does anybody have any additional scholarship? Neoliberal, you came in during the conversation. Did you have anything?
I don't know if anybody spoke to this, but the Iranian news confirmed that Ali Khamenei, supreme leader, is dead.
Okay, so they admitted it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's almost like he was 80 and he could have died like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
and they know who the new person's going to be.
Right.
Oh, no, I'm not saying, no, I'm not saying he actually is.
You're
No, stop. I'm with you.
No,
But I'm
just before you get to that.
what is this?
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, it's
What
not
is
like, oh
really
my God, what are we
happening?
gonna do? He's 80 and dead. Like,
Right.
I'm sure they've had a lot of success before. I'm pretty sure they've aimed out this scenario the whole time.
Right.
No, people don't.
He also didn't know what
doesn't
chain
work
of
like
command
that.
meant. I don't know if y'all saw him dance around that very basic question.
Right. That was funny.
Yeah.
I love it.
God bless.
Mel, you that's your
Every once in
bestie,
a
and you
while.
always want to call.
Every once in a while, I have a good question. I'm not completely broken down.
But Mel really
They
tried
said
to.
here on the news, they said there may be a violation of international law and maybe a violation of for Congress because this did not have the act of Congress. Hello, there may be somebody may have to answer some questions. I don't know, but that's bad if this violated, international laws of some sort. But Donald Trump's, he's way above the law. At least he seems to be. But in this case, it looks pretty bad because they're saying that this was a violation of some kind of laws over there or laws internationally.
No, I don't want, far be it from me to be messy with a lie. But does anyone find this peculiar considering that former President Bill Clinton testified privately on Friday about Epstein and we're bombing Iran on Saturday?
They told the Gang of Eight on Tuesday, though.
Amari, change your PTR.
Oh, I'm happy because I'm seeing these far-right losers crying today, so I'm in a good mood.
You keep saying far right as if the far right only is isolationist.
I get it.
We talked about that, and I provided information.
Spirits, you gotta allow him the language that's going to
Okay, that's fair.
to the Republican
Find
Party.
a different PTR to show you're happy. Find a different one. That one is disgusting. I hate you.
Okay, that's fine. Definitely. I just go back to the other one. Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you. So, wait, so he did have Congress permission or no?
Look like it. Nobody. So that may be a violation. They're saying it is a violation of international law and no permission was given by Congress. So this is done in what the hell fashion? This doesn't look good because, those countries that have been launched upon could consider that an act of war, at least Iran or what have you, but it just is not a good deal.
No, they just Marco Rubio briefed the Gang of Eight on Tuesday, according to the reports.
Plus, I thought Donald Trump was supposed to be the guy to keep us out of wars. Now we're in them. Pretty bad.
This is the first death of a head of state or assassination of a head of state by another country since 1981. The previous one was when the Soviets killed the Afghan leader.
So, all the people that are coming in here are giving, the U.S. credit, I'll say. But I haven't heard anybody talk about Israel. Is that just because we're American and they're coming in the American room or whatever? But do they see it, they being the Iranians, do they see it as Israel and the U.S. or more of the U.S.?
They're trolls.
Oh,
But those of you who are reading, which I'll admit I have not done, is it written like this was an operation of the U.S. and Israel? It seems like led by Israel, but with our support. Am I wrong on that?
No, I mean it was a joint operation. Israel's the one that killed, the supreme leader. It wasn't America.
Wait, we didn't even kill him?
Right. That's what I thought, and that's what.
He tricked ass back in here.
From the little paragraph I read in the New York Times, like that was what I took from it. So I'm like, everybody's in here like, oh, America, I mean, not that we don't have any fault in it, but it was really an Israeli operation that we support.
Hey, hold on. This man has spent the better part of the day talking about how amazing this operation was and crediting this administration, and we didn't even lead. We were following someone else.
Keandra, I mean, you played the video. It was Israel that took that shot, right?
And these guys want to throw the towel in.
Hi, everybody.
They were missiles, so it's a coordinated effort. I don't know if it was attributed to one person or another. I can go back to ABC News if we want.
Yeah, I mean, from what I heard, it was the Israelis that took out. It was their shot that took out their missiles. But let's confirm that. Let's just make sure. Maybe
But
I want to say Trent was wrong.
logistically, we also have missiles in that area to protect not only our allies in the Middle East, but to protect our allies in Europe. So, I mean, I don't remember that, so I can't confirm that.
Meanwhile, the IRGC has announced that what it calls the most devastating offensive operation in the history of armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran will begin in moments in retaliation of Israeli assassination of Supreme Leader.
I'm from Israel.
Right.
That can't be true.
Can you repeat that? So neoliberal Iranians are saying they're going to hold Israel responsible?
Yes.
Absolutely, yes. Thank you so much.
Neoliberal, that can't be true because we heard that the entire Iranian army and armed forces was decapitated. It's done.
Right.
It's not true. It's not true.
They're all gone.
Right. And then Anthony talking about freaking difference does it make. Well, if it doesn't make a difference, then why do you care? And why were you in here swearing?
We care if we ask the comment.
I mean, I'm sure it was coordinated, but
Lincoln, Trump, that's right. It's so stupid.
But this is insane, and especially.
All right, I'll go after you, Tia.
Oh, I'll yield, Anthony.
The scholarship. Come on.
Nah, all I was gonna say is, what difference does it make if it was Israel that took them out in a joint mission, or the United States that took them out in a joint mission? We worked together to accomplish a goal. We've been building up forces there quite some time, and this is where we're at. He's taking credit, and we weren't the leaders in the attack, huh? Like, this is grasping at straws now. It's laughable.
What is somebody grasping at? You're an idiot.
Okay, you run up in a spot. You run up in a spot.
On the dialogue he wasn't here for.
What are you talking?
One might.
With full of respect to all of you, I born in Iran, and I just want to say what's going on in my heart.
Welcome back, Victor Gonzalez.
Thank you. I just want to say what's going on in our people's heart. The leader who killed many people, who wasn't, come to the street and say, we're not happy about this, about that. The Iran was second country become saying North Korea. But North Korea already have atomic bomb. Iran didn't have. But North Korea never say country. They just keep inside. They just one crazy place inside themselves, and their people are already silent. They can't hear it out because the media, they don't have many things. They don't have come out of the country. But Iran was a country which many people of the Iran say we live out of the Iran because it wasn't okay. My father and my mother, they are originally from Israel. As we say, from ages, we come to Iran, to the safe place, because we wasn't safe there. And now, again, we go out because the Muslim leader come inside. So we just go out. But every time, every moment, our eyes was when we can go back to our home. Still, we have our home there. But many people say me, dreaming to go back. It was a leadership, respect every religion, every country, and continue to their own life or make all the best for the people. No, from the start, they start saying, from the time they come take the American embassy, and they say, no, we want to remove beat America, and they put the flag, the people vote, even in the school. And that time, there wasn't social media to people understand what's going on. They think, okay, what they say to us, we go in front. But after they come social media, people understand what's going on, why we do this, why we need to vote in the flag from, let's say, 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
That's what I be talking about right here. What the fuck is happening right now? What's happening?
I'm feeling deja vu a little bit.
I'm sorry, did somebody say that North Korea didn't make belligerent statements like Iran?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay. Complete destruction of South Korea, unhesitating nuclear attack.
You're not factoring that he comes from a different dimension.
Oh,
that North Korea doesn't.
Yeah, that the United States will face consequences beyond imagination. Anyway, yeah. There is a lot
Have you guys read about? So I'm reading this thing. Did you guys read about how the Iranians messed up? They actually weren't hiding out. Did you guys read about this?
No, go ahead. I was just trying
to. Like a bunch of them were actually together in meeting, discussing a bunch of topics, and they weren't like deep underground. There was a miscalculation with Khamenei and many of his, and more than, and many of his senior leaders. And Israel had the intelligence, and that's why they did the strike.
Yes.
That's kind of crazy. That's wild. That's insane.
But remember, the oldest country in the world is Iran. The oldest country, oldest culture is Iran. Many things we have in Iran, many, like let's say, who build up the alcohol, which country understand what is alcohol to make like a, the wine is, oldest, but the people understand inside the wine, they have alcohol. The Iranian from many years ago, they understand this can be held for your many things, but that time they didn't only know as a wine. Many culture they have Iran, but after many things happen, change. We had our king. The problem come from that time. One of the American leader put down because already I can say there was a mistake because our Iranian leader Shah Pahlavi, they start showing we going
So, Victor, I know you're new here, and I hate to interrupt, but I just want to double check because we can go to the breaking news. Sometimes we play clips in this room. Does everybody want me to play a clip?
Yes, please. That's
Okay.
Anything. It said the difference between the oldest country and the oldest ethnicity.
He was all of it. Iran is everything, child. Bad.
Okay. Let me grab the clip for y'all.
Thank you, Chief.
Watching continuing coverage of the U.S. and Israeli attack on Iran. As we come on the air tonight, Israeli defense forces say they have launched another wave of strikes against Iran. It comes as Iranian state media now confirms the supreme leader, the Ayatollah, is dead. Just hours ago, the president announced the news to the American people. The latest round of strikes coming after U.S. and Israel launched a wide-scale assault with airstrikes targeting Tehran, including the supreme leader's compound and a number of other sites. The president told me earlier today by phone that much of their important areas, militarily and otherwise, have been absolutely destroyed. President Trump also posting on social media that the Ayatollah, one of the most evil people in history, is dead. He says this is not only justice for the people of Iran, but for all great Americans and those people from many countries throughout the world. Early this morning, U.S. Central Command releasing a video of what's now called Operation Epic Fury, saying the U.S. and partner forces struck several Iranian military targets. The IDF saying that the U.S. and Israeli forces launched hundreds of strikes. Iran has been retaliating across the Middle East, air raid sirens blaring in Tel Aviv all day. A U.S. official saying American forces have intercepted multiple Iranian missiles targeting bases and U.S. allies in the region. The president late today also said a lot of the Iranian leadership is largely gone, telling me, quote, much of their important areas militarily and otherwise, again, have been absolutely destroyed. So we do begin this hour with our chief foreign correspondent, Ian Pannell, joining us in the region. And tonight he leads us off.
Tonight, the stunning announcement from President Trump. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead, believed to have been killed in that massive US and Israeli attack on Iran today. President Trump posting late today, Khamenei, one of the most evil people in history, is dead. This is not only justice for the people of Iran, but for all great Americans and those people from many countries throughout the world that have been killed or mutilated by Khamenei and his gang of bloodthirsty thugs. Satellite imagery showing extensive damage to the Supreme Leader's compound, buildings leveled, smoke billowing from the scene. Video posted online showing celebrations in Iran after news Khamenei had been killed. The 86-year-old cleric had served as Iran's supreme leader since 1989. President Trump telling our Rachel Scott he believes many of Iran's top leaders were also killed. Israel saying just hours ago that it will continue to target the regime until it's been eliminated. In the early morning hours today, President Trump releasing this 8-minute pre-recorded message laying out his case for war.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Imminent threats in regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people.
Waves of explosions rocking Tehran for hours. Screams of horror in the street, cars and buildings in flames. The White House releasing images of the president monitoring the strikes in real time. A source telling ABC News the joint US-Israeli strike was meticulously planned for months and is expected to last days. The brazen daylight assault dubbed Operation Epic Fury, beginning at 9:45 a.m. local time. US and Israeli fighter jets involved, as Navy warships fired Tomahawk cruise missiles. At least 9 cities in Iran targeted. The Pentagon launching new US one-way drones for the first time in combat, striking command and control facilities of Iran's Revolutionary Guard, defense systems, missile launchers, and naval bases. Iran's retaliation swift and sweeping. Israeli air defense intercepting a barrage of Iranian missiles over Tel Aviv. Some still getting through. We were preparing to go in. The air raid siren has just gone off once again. It's been going all day. Already we're seeing the signs of what looks like air defense going up into the sky to try and intercept incoming Iranian missiles. All day long, they haven't stopped coming. Iran also targeting at least 4 US bases in the region. Dramatic verified video circulating online showing those strikes from Jordan to this US naval base in Bahrain, where 3,200 Americans are stationed. Not far from there, a drone blasting this residential building in Bahrain. Harrowing video showing the moment that drone came crashing in. People inside taking cover. Iran targeting Dubai too, this luxury hotel up in flames. And in Qatar, people running for their lives. Marcus Moore in Doha. You can see the air defense interceptors going into the air in those bright. Seized this moment and toppled the regime.
To the great proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered, don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be
Here in West Palm Beach with his and it is from this place where the president made one of the most consequential and risky decisions potentially of his presidency. Now that
Let me pause it for a minute. Did anybody have any comments?
I'm free, but stay your ass in your home.
I'm happy because I'm from Iran. Half of me from Iranese and half of me from Israel. I'm happy. People can little breathe now.
Are you an AI? Like, real question, are you an AI, Victor Gonzalez?
I don't know.
Maybe it's Victoria, but Victor.
Yes. I'm originally from Iran. But from my childhood, I come here to Washington. And I'm happy about that. And all my life I spent in the army.
But you're Bulgarian too, right?
I know Bulgarian language, I know Turkish language, I know Greek language, and I'm happy if anybody here, they can talk Farsi, or let's say Bulgarian, almost Bulgarian is same to Russian language. And I'm happy if anybody can talk and to invite there so I can talk with them. And I'm full in this language, so it's not just to know hello, how are you? I'm full in these languages because of when before they send the army, they need to know about language to understand how they talk.
Okay, thank you.
Did you guys want me to switch to the NBC thread? ABC kind of glitched out.
Oh yeah, that sounds great, TT.
I'd like to say something. Is it cool? Just quickly. Yeah, I want to say, like, I'm definitely not absolutely, I'm not Persian, but I know a lot of people from Iran. And I'm like, I don't like Trump one bit. Also, I don't like Netanyahu one bit either. But, you know, sometimes, what's that expression? My enemy's enemy is not my enemy or whatnot, whatever. The government, the government of Iran is absolutely horrendous.
Here that, as Richard was talking about, that this war has already spread to other countries throughout the region. But this new development that Iranian state television now confirming is certain to ripple across the world very quickly. Now, right now, Tom, the president is his Mar-a-Lago estate. He's expected to return here to Washington tomorrow. Politically here in Washington, Democrats are vowing to force a vote to restrict his war powers next week. But really, Tom, with Republicans so far largely in lockstep with the president today, those votes aren't likely to go very far or do much other than to give lawmakers a chance to get their opposition on the record. But here, that's what's happening in Washington. Across the world, this news that the Ayatollah is confirmed dead raises a lot of questions about how long this conflict drags on for, how long and how much American troops get dragged into this war. Certainly, we'll be looking for any White House reaction in the next couple of hours. But again, the president had said it earlier today. Now we're getting that official confirmation from the Iranians, hugely significant.
Okay, Gabe Gutierrez, stand by for us still at the White House. I do want to bring in Michael Froman. He's the president of the Council on Foreign Relations. Michael, thanks for joining our special broadcast. As you just heard us report here, Iranian state media now confirming the Ayatollah has been killed. Talk to us about who you think is in charge right now in Iran. Is it the president, Pezeshkian? Is he now the leader? And cannot be checked by anyone else? Or is there some kind of theocratic leader? Is there another cleric that will take over?
Well, first of all, Tom, I think there's just a lot of uncertainty right now, exactly what's happening on the ground. You mentioned the president, who evidently is alive and is still there, but there's also Larijani, who's the national security head, and who has really been the power behind the throne and the Ayatollah's number 2 for some time. And so whether he's a transitional figure until something further happens remains to be seen. He's not a cleric, so he can't be really a successor in the form of an Ayatollah, but we have to see how that plays out. And I think that's the real question: is what happens now? Now that senior leaders have been killed, will people rise up? How will the various dynamics within Iran, including the role of ethnic minorities there, the Azeris, the Kurds, Arabs, and others, how will that play out? And ultimately, what does that mean for the future leadership of Iran?
The UN has already discussed this. Countries like China have come out and condemned the attack by the US and by Israel on Iran. What do you think the role of both the UN is and other major nations across into chaos? It's unclear. I mean, this is all still fresh. We'll see what happens, but a regional war is underway, or at least a conflict right now.
Well, look, on one hand, I think with the exception of China, Russia, maybe North Korea, very few countries are going to cry tears for the loss of this regime. It's been an evil regime that has wreaked havoc across the region and sponsored terrorism and challenged U.S. interests and interests of Western countries and Gulf countries for some time. On the other hand, there is clearly some discomfort with the fact that the U.S. did it unilaterally with Israel, and the other countries are sort of wrestling with that. I think there's a lot of cynicism, frankly, particularly in the region, with countries in the region perhaps saying they're uncomfortable with it, but privately being quite gratified that there will potentially be an opportunity for a new Iran. This leadership had been in place effectively for 47 years, and there hasn't been. It was unclear. It was uncertain that there would ever be a real change in Iran's fundamental strategy towards the region, towards Israel, towards U.S. interests, until there is a change.
Michael, explain that to our viewers, right? Because people watching this right now may wonder, Iran, how has Iran attacked the United States? And in many ways they have, right? Through terrorism, through building drones that wanted to kill U.S. soldiers, through funneling money to Hamas that ended up killing Israelis as well and committing terrorism all across the world. Iran's fingerprints are over all of that evil.
Yes, I mean, for decades, of course, and when there's been efforts to kill American troops stationed in the region, successful efforts. I think they've killed several hundred American troops over the years with their IEDs that they've designed. As you said, they provided drone technology now to Russia to attack Ukraine and our interests there. They've targeted Americans, and they have assassination orders out for various former American officials. So this is not a regime that anybody wants to coddle or see in place for a long time, and it's been in place for effectively since the revolution, since 1979. And the question is, would it have ever changed of its own accord with a strong domestic security system that has effectively put down any opposition and put down previous protests? It was unclear it was going to change under its own regard. Having said that, the U.S. taking action by itself without congressional authorization, with allies uncomfortable, going to be the debate for the next several weeks, I imagine.
This ain't it.
Michael Froman from the...
Yes.
I don't know. I hate to make an executive decision, but it got a little boring after a little while. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. I like your PTR, neoliberal.
Thank you. This is emergence of the Bush MAGA coalition, like a one word, a Bush MAGA.
We got him.
Wait, is that the neo-conservative?
Oh, no. Our good dear brother Anthony told us that's not what neoconservatives do. I'm confused.
I can't get into it. It's stunning to me that it's stunning, man. And neoconservatives, I don't know, man. They might be able to run Marco Rubio because they're into this interventionist stuff. So I don't know. It's crazy. Maybe the Bushes will come back. He doesn't really critique Trump, so maybe they'll bring him back at the RNC in 2028. Say we missed you, and he say, "Oh, you took our foreign policy." I don't know.
I think Liz Cheney should run for president.
Yeah, she should. Maybe on the Democratic side. Fuck it.
I'm just a point of clarification. So the number 2 in command and the president are still both alive?
That's my understanding.
Okay.
But they haven't confirmed their, anything on them yet. That's my understanding.
Okay. But they got the hall monitor, and the chef.
They got some high guys though. Okay. They got I think the defense, one of the defense chiefs, one of the defense chiefs, it was somebody else too. It was pretty high.
Ali Larijani, but we haven't heard from him. Neither we have heard from the President Masoud Pezeshkian, so there is questions. Meanwhile, the Vice President Reza Aref said that, or at least there are reports that he is taking control.
Yeah, the New York Times has a good chart on that. So the head of the National Defense Council, who you were saying, were you saying Ali Shamkhani? Anyway, says was killed according to Israel. That was the highest next to Comey.
So we don't even have to go that far down the chain of command. It's like the next person or some of the stuff. Okay.
There's a weird thing in the chat where Matt Cool and I guess Anthony think that we would agree if Obama did it. Just because Obama did something doesn't mean we agreed with it. See, that's the difference between us and you guys. Well, to be fair to Anthony, on some things he can critique Trump, but usually when he wants to troll on the libs on here, he won't. I don't know why you would be pointing out Obama. He should have gotten authorization to attack Syria. I believe it was in 2013 over the chemical weapons. There was some attack in Qatar or whatever it's called. That's the difference between me and you. Obama should have done it as well. Obama's foreign policy was ass. It's the difference. It was ass. But you and Anthony, two people who would never in real life have any interest or at all hang out or be friends. You guys continue communing over owning random people in chats on a free social media app. Why don't y'all just have a conversation with us instead of doing the chat thing? So weird. Well, Matt, do you know what a neocon is? Why don't you come and explain what neoconservatism is? Attacking from the chemical weapons would not be neoconservatism. you listen to Donald Trump's speech? Did you hear Donald Trump's speech when he said, "Go out and take your government back"? Or do you? Okay, you didn't hear the speech. Got you. Fantastic. That's the difference between y'all and us. We don't fall in line. Well, maybe some of these people do. I just really don't fall in line with everything Obama does. That's such a weird whataboutism. So if Obama did, I thought you didn't want to be like Obama. That's what's so weird about the MAGAs. They'll look at something that was done before by people they don't like and want the president to be like, and they'll use that as an excuse for their president to do it. It's the worst whataboutism I've ever heard. But I don't want to hear y'all talk about no more wars and all that. And then Anthony said that all the United States did was pick up Maduro and his wife and bounce. I mean, clearly you're not following any news in Venezuela. Like none. Just like nothing. Zero. Nada. But to be fair, you're not expected to.
You know, the other reason I could speculate is that these people don't care that bombing is everywhere because it also doesn't impact us, the continental U.S., because they haven't looked at a map recently, but, Iraq and Jordan are right in front of Israel. So if they don't hit Israel, which would be the intended target, because they actually care about human beings in Israel or Jordan or Iraq or anything like that, where the missiles could end up landing by accident, they don't really give a shit. So they're fine with more bombing, and they don't care that Iran said, hey, we're going to unleash the most furious attack that's ever been seen. They don't care because they're not there. And they don't care about the people if it hits. That's why they don't care about the children in the schools. That's really sad. They're anti.
Is it a coincidence that the least articulate, most unintelligent people all agree? Look what Notorious put. These men were not alive when inflation was 9.7% a few years ago. How could they remember what Obama did? I literally just went through what Obama did while watching the basketball game. Like, what? That never Trap, Notorious, Matt Cool, any number of IGB denizens. You never look around and be like sometimes I hear the Democrats speak, you vote on myself, I'm like, damn, these are the people I vote with. I have to think about it. I don't know, you guys are like, listen to y'all, I don't know, I'm gonna have to vote a different way. But then I hear y'all side speak. Mr. Wilson, Notorious, Trap earlier, Lil Trump. I'm like, man, my side is like a 2 out of 10. That side's like a -8. Sometimes you just think I don't know, y'all never had that feeling? Where it's like, oh man, I hear Scotty's unhinged, or Spirit is unhinged. And so I'm like, I vote with this guy. I don't know. It's a bit unhinged. Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, and then Notorious says, these men were not alive when inflation was 9.7% a few years ago. I don't know what Obama did. Literally while I'm saying what Obama did and what the serious strikes was. I gave the year, I gave the reason, I gave the site of the chemical attack. I talked about the joint resolution, or lack thereof, it never passed. But he's saying, I can't remember what Obama did? You never look at this, I'm like, damn. The other side is dumb, but my side is retarded. You never think about that? That never hits people. Lil Trump comes in and you're like, wow, Lil Trump, I agree with that guy. Monica starts speaking. You're like, I'm on the same side as Monica. Who's our version of Monica? When they start speaking, it's like, I agree with that person.
Don't ask that question.
I don't know, because...
Who would it be?
No, I'm just trying to stop us from... Let's see who's on the stage.
Oh, Ashton. Well, I think Ashton... Look,
No,
That's kind of mean.
I didn't say Ashton.
No, Anthony put in the chat. I mean, the Ashton thing is kind of mean.
God.
For you to use Ashton.
Wow.
And I thought you knew why, especially as a medical professional, but that's kind of fucked up. The Brooklyn one is fine, but wow, that's kind of fucked up. Damn. I thought there was some ethics and chill.
Imagine him saying
that's
that.
nasty. That's really mean, bro. Damn. That was mean, yo. That was like unnecessarily mean, bro. That was crazy. Y'all are nasty. That is so nasty. I'll be honest with you, that might be the nastiest thing I've heard on the app. That's really nasty. That's crazy. But motherfuckers don't care. I mean, this is the Wild Wild West, so it was crazy. Yo, he said. Oh, Lord.
I can't believe old dude was 86 though. Like, wow.
So I have a question. I kind of been in and out, so I might have missed it. Did we figure out how long it was going to take Trump to settle the war between Pakistan and Afghanistan? Or we've been wrapped up with Iran?
Yeah, Anthony, did he settle Pakistan, Afghanistan?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question. What's the question,
How long did it take Trump to settle Pakistan-Afghanistan war?
I don't know what you're referring to. I'm happy to go look it up, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Anthony doesn't know that Afghanistan and Pakistan are currently engaged.
Yo, listen, I've been disconnected today. As it relates, the big news on my timeline has been this Iran stuff, Afghanistan and Pakistan's engagement. I haven't heard anything about it, and I'm confident that it'll be resolved in short order. It might be a little more difficult because of the Supreme Court's decision. They're ruling on the tariffs, but I'm sure Trump will figure something out.
Okay, you think tariffs is a leverage against Afghanistan?
Yo, it doesn't necessarily have to be a leverage against Afghanistan. Maybe just, getting with Pakistan on the tariffs would have been enough to resolve the issue. I don't think that that tariffs would be a hell of a leverage on Afghanistan at all.
What do we import from Pakistan besides terrorists?
Listen, word on the street, when they came to...
can barely keep the laugh from coming out on my...
No, he's still enjoying that Ashton thing. That was nasty. I mean,
Oh
even I
my
wouldn't do
God,
that.
you guys are terrible, terrible human beings, man.
You
Terrible
said
human
it.
beings. Yo, listen, I don't know what I said wrong. That's the best I got.
Bullshit.
I
That
have
was
no
nasty.
idea what you're trying to say.
No, with
I
that
don't
much
think
dome
that-
face, you know exactly what you said.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow,
I'm not
this is
letting you-
crazy. I'm dead ass serious here. You know, but it's all good. I understand. Like, you know, whatever. Anyway,
So
as it relates
so
to
let's go
what
to
happened,
Brooklyn. You think Brooklyn is as ill-informed and ridiculous as Monica?
okay, I want you to listen. And all jokes aside, you guys might not believe this. I actually like Brooklyn. I like her. I like her feistiness. I like her fighting spirit. You know, she's not a person that's going to lay down and just, you know, go for bullshit. So I like Brooklyn. I respect her. We don't agree on shit. But, you know, so as to your question, I think she's more woefully uninformed than Monica ever could be. Ever could be. Today, she was in this room asking about, you know, are we sure that the Iranians approve of what's going on, and how do we know the Iranians, you know, like support what's going on as far as, you know, the United States and Israel, what they're doing in their country? Like, really, 81%, yo, 81%.
I gotta get off my date.
Wait, 81% what?
Because I was
Support this shit.
Just so I heard my
You
name.
have a poll of
This is the number that I heard today.
81.
81%.
What polling outfit is going around Iran asking
Listen.
questions and open about whether or not they want the regime to topple? What's the methodology on that?
I honestly don't know. Patrick Bet
Fascinating.
David. No, I'm explaining to you where I got it from. Patrick Bet David, who's Iranian himself. He, you know, I'm happy. Listen, maybe his numbers
Brooklyn's
are wrong.
American. And said she didn't know anything about America. So just because you're
I'm
from completely, you know something.
Okay. No, I'm not saying that means that he knows. I'm telling you what my source was for the 81%. He could be wrong. He absolutely could be wrong. This is the number that he was pushing, 81%. I don't know where he got it from. If we want to go and, you know, try to figure this thing out,
What that got to do with me?
No, he said you were saying that how do we know how the Iranian people feel? But it's odd because your quote data is a number that a podcaster who's been known to lie said.
But he's Iranian.
81% is an insane number.
So Patrick Bet David's been known to lie?
Oh, for sure.
Like, off the top of your head, you just made the statement. What has he lied about?
So
that he's been known to lie. I'm sorry?
I mean, so I've seen him talk about Social Security, like with, I think with Sam Cedar and others. Yeah, he just makes stuff up and lies all the time. He just makes stuff. He's a classic bullshitter, especially when
he lies all the time. Is what I just heard you say. He makes stuff up and lies all the time.
From what I've seen,
Patrick Bet David
and bullshit.
Okay,
all the
no
time.
problem.
Yeah.
All right, cool, no problem.
So where's the poll from?
Told you, I am just regurgitating what I heard from him.
So Brooklyn was the number, but you
listen, yo, go.
I'm happy.
Bro. No, listen, go. You want me to say, right, that I don't have good data on this. I can't say that I have good data. Oh, so man, and I'm happy to admit it. I'm happy to admit
81%.
Because I trusted and I continue to trust Patrick Bet David. You say he lies all the time and he's not a reliable source.
In Iran or in the Iran diaspora?
I'm guessing. You know what? That's a good question. Let me not guess. How about I don't know the answer to that question?
I know you don't.
So I'm not even going to
I
guess.
know where the number comes from.
Where you talking about the diaspora?
It's the diaspora. It's the exiles.
Okay,
that's where 81% comes from.
All right, so
way,
how do you feel about that number? How do you feel about that number? Are you going to feel, well, it's kind of skewed because they're out of Iran and that's just,
of course, that's how every diaspora population is. They have.
All right, cool, and you know that would be a fair statement. There's nothing wrong with you saying that, and it would make sense. But
that's weird.
Also at the same time, we do have the protests. We do have all of those bodies that got lined up in the street.
like liberal media, conservative media, consistently I hear over and over again how much the average Iranian person is unhappy. They don't like the regime. I've consistently heard this, but you can take that with a grain of salt. There is no reliable data to say what percentage does or doesn't. So
maybe there's a third way. Maybe there are people who don't like the regime in its oppressive ways, but also are intelligent enough to know that freedom doesn't come by bombing from the outside, especially Israel. That's what's so odd about this. How American, Trump. Israel is involved. You know how messy that makes it for the region? Hey.
But, okay, Patrick, Israel's involved, right? Where are those other nations in the region, like, coming to Iran's support? Where are they,
That's not a serious question, is it? Is that a serious question? Oh, God. Wait a minute. You don't know anything about Islam?
Please, educate me.
Are you trolling?
No, I'm not trolling. Please, educate me. I don't know. Please.
You don't know about the Shia-Sunni divide?
Yes, I know. I'm aware of that. So you're saying that it's complicated because it's Israel doing it, but the divide is such that we're not going to hear any other nations, speaking out about it. This is your assertion. Israel.
No, that's not my assertion.
No, I'm asking.
Where were the other
question.
nations?
I'm not. I'm trying to conceptually understand where your criticism is.
Well, no. You asked the question. You said, "Where are the other nations coming to their defense?" That's what you asked. And not speaking out, because actually
in
other
the
nations
region,
did speak out.
the other nations in the region.
Yeah, and some of them did speak out, but they wouldn't. I mean, Iran has gone to war with some of those.
Okay. Which nations have spoken out?
Let me find the list.
Turkey.
There's one.
Nation.
And maybe the most powerful military. Let me see if I can get it.
Okay, and all right. So did Turkey come to their aid? Did Turkey, send any support? What's Turkey done? Because Israel makes it especially messy. The fact that Israel's involved makes it especially messy. I'm looking for the other Muslim nations that are throwing their support behind Iran.
Again, they wouldn't throw their support around Iran because they are adversaries with Iran. So why would they throw their support behind Iran?
Anthony, Iran is 80 to 90% Shia. Shia is like 25%.
That has nothing to do with my point.
That has everything to do with it.
Everything to do with your point.
It does not. It does not. Do you think that like the Shias and the Sunnis that they would go to war against each other?
Yes.
No, I said in support of Israel.
And you saying that Brooklyn is uninformed? Brooklyn's uninformed.
Divine, you think all
Brooklyn's uninformed?
Okay,
wow.
Divine, you said that all radiologists are not
That's
doctors.
a deflection.
That's a deflection. You want to talk?
That's a deflection. Let's stay on topic.
All right.
So you also asked the original thinker of race was. That's a deflection.
All right. So, no, I did. No, okay. So race is a term that's used for classifications of different groups. All right. According to skin color. But it's all good. We can agree to disagree. You can feel however you want. We can get right back to that. I'm happy to sit down and go through that race conversation.
All right, cool. You're not.
All right, but which war do you want to fight right now?
I'm trying to respond to what you said. So you said that why didn't they come to their aid? They wouldn't come to their aid for a couple of reasons. One, many of them are allied with the United States. So it was a U.S.
You were talking about how messy Israel makes
from the perspective of the domestic politics in Iran. So what I'm saying is while they might not have liked the regime, we're talking about people in Iran. We're not talking about people in Doha or Qatar or Oman or Saudi in Riyadh. We were talking about people in Iran. You don't even know the region. That's why it's very hard to have.
What makes it?
I'm almost done.
You didn't give any qualifier when you made the statement.
We were talking
now
about
you're
the
giving
poll of the people.
What are you?
Hold on a second.
You did not give a qualifier. Now you're giving a qualifier. Now you're giving some context.
Hello? The whole conversation was about people in Iran.
Okay.
That was the context.
Here's where it gets weird. I'm gonna show you where it gets weird.
When
I said no, time out.
When your accent,
I
when
heard
you
what
really
you said.
start bullshitting, your accent comes out more.
No time. Okay, cool. All of that's great. What I'm saying to you is when I said, where are the other nations that support Iran? Your response wasn't, I wasn't talking about that. I was just talking about domestically in Iran. You were going to try to prove who supported Iran. That was not your response. This is why you're bullshitting. This is why you're lying. This is why you're lying. I can show how you're lying.
One mic. When I made the point about there's a third space, there are some people who don't like the regime, but they also don't like it being bombed from outside, bombed from freedom. And when Israel's involved, it's messy. The context of that conversation was about people in Iran because we were talking about the polling and the distinction between the diaspora and those in Iran. We were never talking about non-Iranians. So when I said the point about it being messy from Israel, which is true, while a lot of people don't like the regime who are in Iran, they also don't like Israel. That's why Netanyahu.
So my response to your assertion about Israel making it messy was, where are the other countries in the region that support it?
So you're changing the topic.
No, stop. One mic. So when I asked you that, the correct response would have been, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking just about the people in Iran. But now what you do is you try to shift gears.
Wait a minute.
You try to literally shift gears. You're full of shit. You're always lying. This is how you move.
Calm down, bro. Listen to you. Calm down.
This is how you move.
You're really stupid.
You got caught with your hand in the cookie jar.
You're really stupid. So you asked me where were the other.
Of course, now you're gonna say I'm really stupid. You're a liar. You're a liar, and I'm stupid. All right, cool. Because you said that you were just talking about the people in Iran.
You cut me off in your room, I'm gonna cut you off. It's just like you cut me off, I'm gonna cut you off. That was really fucked up, but you said you want to do it, we can do that. When you said, where are the other countries? I was responding to your question, which had nothing to do with what we were talking about. So,
what are you talking about? It was in direct response to what you said. You're a liar.
It's not a response.
It was directly in response. Everybody saw it.
Well,
you are a liar.
Let me be generous. The messiness is from the perspective of the people in Iran. So when I said there's a third space, you can't bomb from the outside, and Israel being involved makes it really messy, I was still talking about the people in Iran, because that's what we were talking about, the 81%. Because you were mocking Brooklyn. I'm almost done. I'm going to move you down. Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. Let me finish. Don't cut me off. Let me finish. And so you were saying Brooklyn was dumb, and then your data point was 81%. And then we found out you got it from a podcaster. You don't know if he was talking about the diaspora people in Iran. You don't know what the methodology was. You don't know exactly what the numbers were saying. Because if it were 81%, that would mean that some 80 million people in Iran are against the regime. There's about 90 million people in it. Well, it'll be a little bit more than that. I guess. No, how much would it be? 70-something, whatever it would be. That's what that would mean. That's what we were talking about. So before we go to other countries in the region, I don't want to do the name calls. It's stupid at this point. Plus, it's too late, and this game is boring. Let's just go back to that. So when I said it was messy that Israel was involved, I'm talking about people in Iran. They don't. Many of them don't like the regime. They don't like Iran either. So that's why just thinking like, they approve of this and they like it. That's what we're responding to. Brooklyn's point is not a bad point. We don't know how it's going to play out. You don't know how it's going to play out. You don't know anything about Iran. Name 2 cities in Iran.
Percentage of people in Iran that support regime change. Quick Google search, right? What does that yield? Let's see what comes up. Recent surveys indicate that a substantial majority of Iranians often cited between 70% and over 80%, oppose the current Islamic Republic regime. That's just a quick Google search. Very simple Google search. Between 70 and over 80%.
Where's it come from?
Yo, listen, you can do the research.
Where's it come from?
Okay, Ben, I am not your toy. You don't tell me what to do. To support my point, I did a quick Google search.
Google search to Google.
That's insane.
This is a man of science.
A scholar.
A scholar. Got 21 doors, 25 doors. 28. We're talking about the people in Iran. He says, why didn't the other countries come to their defense? He's so uninformed about the region and about the history of the region and what's going on that he thinks I should talk about other countries. And we're talking about the people interior to the country.
Well, it would make sense that you would get an accurate survey of people living in Iran.
In Iran. Why would anybody believe that?
But it would make sense, right? You would get an accurate read of the citizens of Iran openly saying that they would want the regime to be toppled, yet they are killed for protesting.
Right.
Openly in the street. Got it. Yep, that makes sense.
How they conduct the surveys, Mr. Man of Science?
Well, most people in the diaspora have relatives in Iran, so a lot of the surveys that are done, and I'm not sure I believe the numbers that come out, but a lot of them are done that way. It's people in the diaspora that are speaking for people in Iran.
I know. Yeah. And I'm not saying the number isn't. My point is, it's not as simple as saying they want it and therefore, many of them are afraid of what comes next. By the way, I just Googled it. Anyone know where Anthony got it from?
In podcaster.
I just Googled it since he wanted me to Google it.
I don't know, Times of Israel.
I just got it. Yeah, got it. He can't even watch this. I'll invite him back up. He can't even tell me what the lie is. Watch this. It's from some group called the Gaman Institute. What is of course he can't come back up. Maybe the original thinker can get it. What is the Gaman Institute? He just Googled it.
The CIA can do surveys also. They're everywhere. Yes. So everybody is a survey methodologist. It's all easy because you can Google it. Got it? Okay.
Who funds the Gaman Institute, Anthony? Imagine being a thinking person. First of all, he admitted he got a number from Patrick Bet-David. He didn't know if it was interior, exterior. He didn't know who conducted it, what it meant. He didn't even know if it was people in the country or the diaspora. And he was using that as evidence to call Brooklyn dumb. And then he didn't know it. And then I Googled it since he said I pulled my computer up and Googled it. The number comes from something called Gaman, which is a U.S.
Take the invite from you, Devon. I'm not taking it from this dude.
I got you. Well, you can just take the fucking hallway. You can take whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. Go talk about like some young woman not being married at 27. Like, go do that. Maybe you can find the original thinker. They use online polling, right? With all kinds of sampling bias. It's a U.S. government-funded nonprofit in the Netherlands that openly advocates for regime change. This is a man of science.
That doesn't sound biased at all.
This is a man who just thinks you can just Google it and get an answer because it's on fucking Google. And if it shows up on Google, then it must be true. And then when you go to Google, and you look at like the links from the AI overview, which is what he was reading, comes from the conversation in Reddit.
So my point is, again, you can be against a regime, an oppressive regime, but you don't agree that freedom comes from bombing from the outside, especially with Israel involved. His question was, well, where are the other countries? Well, if you know any basic Islamic history, let alone recent history in the Middle East, you wouldn't ask a dumb question like that. How about those cookie jars? High school diploma cookie jars. Then you ask the original thinker, what about Linnaeus? This dude Googles and comes up with Linnaeus. He Googles in real time, doesn't even know what he's Googling. He's a man of science. Were you here the other day when he said, who was the original thinker of race? And then he Googled it and he mentioned Linnaeus, the Swedish botanist who came up with binomial classification. He didn't even know who Linnaeus was.
Oh, what a blessing. What a Scott.
It's a man of science.
An original thinker. You can't tell him what to say.
It's incredible.
Linnaeus. That's a good one. That's a good. It's the confidence for me.
Here's one from Reddit. It's again, they're citing Gauman. I'm just trying to think, and this is just a, as a thinking person. How do you get that information? Like, how do you conduct that survey? You get a
you can
representative
get the information from me, from Iran.
One
if
second.
you have any questions,
okay,
just
Peter,
don't
do you think?
through it.
I have a question, Peter. Yeah, I have a question. How do outside Western groups use VPN and push polls to get scientifically sound polling data?
Okay, for the
especially
data,
one
that
second,
is
sir.
not
One
the
second.
only source.
Especially one second. Especially outside of the major cities, none of which Anthony could name.
Okay, that is not their only source. If you continue to pursue the chain of data during the last couple of years, the trend of immigration has been changed and they are seeing us and monitoring us continuously. I think that you don't have the full picture of the situation because it is natural. You are living in the real time of another
I'm asking
country.
how they can get the surveys. I'm just asking how they get the surveys. I don't have any picture.
I can give you the authentic information that you cannot find any problem in that, and it can stand the test of time. But you can question the credibility because that is your expertise. Okay, but I can give you some authentic ideas that you can see it during the time pattern when it is not true during, for example, 1 year from now. I don't give any political opinion anymore because I am giving my political opinions in the last 2 years in the clubhouse. You can see how we reacted during those times. Okay, we are not some people who are placed on the ground. We were living here before. We have background before that. We can explain about that. Maybe a lot of those can make it some clarification that you cannot even believe.
Gotcha. What I said, Anthony, is that in medieval England, they were treated as a racial group. The term that we would use for a racial group. Because race, before the modern era, simply meant a sort of people that could be sorted together as such. And so when they were expelled in the 13th century, for instance, they were treated as what we call a race. That's what I said. This is basic stuff. It's like high school stuff.
Wait until Anthony finds out that people can be racialized in ways that don't involve race.
It's
It's not even.
May I share one experience that I had that was the most shocking one during learning English. I was watching Breaking Bad, which was a very unique and good series for me to learn English and practice that. One of the points that was very wondering for me was about one party that was being held by the student of that chemistry teacher, and they were using drugs, and they were thinking that we want to kill them just because they are Americans. I think that is some kind of deep misunderstanding that even the directors of these big series are not aware of the details in that situation. I got really sorry for myself that we could have not introduced ourselves during our lifetime, so you could have made a better picture out of us, because these mullahs have made significantly different
What the fuck Breaking Bad got to do with anything? What is happening?
What she said.
I learned that from Breaking Bad.
That's what he said.
What?
I mean, as wild as that may be, there's a lot of things people get from television.
That was not just that. For example, there is another series
There's
named
a lot of things that
Chicago
people get from the
PD.
United States based on television. Yeah, American media is forecast all over the place. I mean, just wait till you find out what they think of black people because of television. It's a little insane.
I wasn't even paying no attention to. Oh, Blowfish head ass nigga said my name, and then this man talk about Breaking Bad. What is happening? Y'all all over the place.
Wait, who's Blowfish?
To do with religious in our future.
Brooklyn, who's Blowfish head ass nigga? I just need to know.
Yeah,
I don't want some. Oh, okay.
You want me to put a name on it? He started.
No, I just
I was
want
minding my
to
business.
hear you say the name. That's all.
Brother, in like season 2, this is when people, season 2, maybe season 3, this is when I or somebody else might give like some sources for people to look up, but it's not even worth it.
It's not.
It's not even worth it. Imagine thinking that conceptions of group classification as sorting, whether it's nation, whether it's religion, which what we now call race, only started with an original thinker with the contact with black people, so-called black people. I mean, that doesn't even make sense. And imagine being Anthony, a man of science, acting like you know anything about medieval England or medieval Europe generally.
But it's the confidence for me. It is the confidence, the speed at which someone can Google something and then just read it off and think that they understand the thing that they swear that they now know.
Look, he's asking now how many racial categories are there. Again, it depends on the thinker. That's exactly what it depends on the thinker, depends on the century, depends on the period, but depends on the region.
No, it's
So
a universal
contemporaneous-
law. It's always eight.
It's universal law. It's always
universal law. That's right.
Universal law. That's right. I mean, there were contemporaneous thinkers in Germany who writing back and forth to each other who had a different number.
May I ask a question?
Like he said, no, you cannot. Yeah, just like he knows who Blumenbach is. Like, what's the point? Oh, I was at bottle service by the wood hanging out the other day, and I had to leave so I can go read Blumenbach.
Go banal. That's wild. What a blessing.
If there's anything I love listening to Anthony Luak's poetic on, it's the late German Enlightenment. I mean, it's the late German Enlightenment.
Oh, Lord, don't
early
get started. Don't get started. I knew the Germans were coming.
Yeah, the
Germans are here. How many racial categories are there?
And he said that this is another thing that he said unironically. Anthony is either a brilliant comedian.
I don't think that's what it is. There's a good 20% of me. There's still a good 15% of me that thinks that he is like just like recording and then like listening to it later and making himself crack up. Because there's no way he asked me the question what he asked the other day, who the quote original thinker was. I don't believe he actually said that.
Amazing.
I actually don't believe his question about Shia and Sunni either. I don't believe that either.
Well, where did that question come from? Who was the original thinker?
This is not our issue right now.
He'd love to see any of these dudes on neutral ground. It is neutral ground. Just say what you need to say.
Well, I don't have a green bean.
I mean, yeah, why don't you and brother, I'll mute up. You and brother go back and forth on the history of race and racialization in the West.
It's already spoiled. Let's go on neutral ground. Let's go in a room. No green beans. I'm happy to sit down and talk to you about any subject, man. I really want to cook you. All right? I'd love to be in a room. Me and you. No green beans. No green beans. Me and you, man. Let's go ahead and do this. How about we do that?
Because you'd be yelling.
Okay, Ben, how about we take turns being on the stage by ourselves. Nobody yelling it at no one. You have X amount of time, I have X amount of time.
He went in the audience. He is fierce. Y'all can shoot the film one right here.
He said go. And politically correct?
He said go.
Politically correct? That's a fair one?
He said
that's a fair one?
Anthony,
that's a fair one.
If nobody interrupts, it's fair. If nobody interrupts, it's fair.
Yo, I said neutral. Like, nobody, listen, not the super friends. We got the super friends that, that are modded up.
It's only me and liberal.
And let's talk about it.
It's only me and liberal. So
yeah, the super friends. The super friends. Exactly.
Make me a mod real quick. Look.
We going in the audience. I'll move my.
All right, there you go. Oh, hold on, let me. No, hold on. All right, there you go. So we'll do racialization and Jews in medieval England. We'll start there. I'll go down.
Okay. Round. I'm not doing this in this room. I'm good. If you want to go into space,
you know I'm a fair person.
No, Tiandra.
I really do take that.
Listen.
I take that as disrespect because you know I'm fair.
Tiandra, then you can take it however you want to. I've never disrespected you. You can take it however you want to. I take it as disrespect. You say I'm disrespecting you. That's wild.
Well, this is the thing. You know I'm fair. I actually knew you before I knew him.
That doesn't mean anything. You're modded with him every single day. This room is called politically correct. We have random mods jumping in here right now.
So,
randomly.
JD, I gotta drop you for a second.
Because forget about dropping JD. You don't have to drop JD. This is not going to happen in this forum. There's no need to drop JD. It's not happening in this forum. What's going on? Listen, I've never never will. We've been there. We've been there.
All right, well, who in here do you trust to mod? Just pick some random person.
I don't trust anybody in here. I want a room that has no affiliation with me or you.
What does that
mean? All right, that's what I want.
Well, why not just wait, what does the name of the club have to do with whether or not it'll be fair? I'll be at the bottom.
Talking about the people all right, like I said, we have random people popping in here that are modded. We have people that you mod with every single day.
They won't
mod. I'm in a hostile environment.
What makes it hostile?
Dude, and what makes it hostile? You've already moved me to the goo. You threatened to kick me out the room.
We'll cut the... So?
You already did that, bro.
That doesn't have anything to do with whether or not you can cook.
What do you mean that doesn't have anything? That has everything to
do
do
what I
with
said? It doesn't have anything to do on whether or not you can cook me in the debate.
Go.
That's based off your knowledge.
You already moved me to the goo and threatened to kick me out the room. You let some troll drone on for 20 minutes, uninterrupted. But you gooed me.
What does that have to do with the debate?
You gooed me.
What does that have to do with the debate?
Yo, it has to do with this room. I'm not fucking with it. I'm happy to meet you. And if you don't understand the difference, I can't explain it to you.
I got you. How about this? You open up just a regular public room. We'll all go in there. You open it.
I'm not opening the room. I'm not opening the room.
So
press one button.
Do you want me to?
I'm not opening the room.
So Anthony, do you want me to?
Neutral either.
Anthony, do you want me to open up new improved Democratic Party? You used to mod in there. I can open a room there.
I don't understand how, if I'm at the bottom and only he's speaking and you're not speaking, what the title of the room has to do with anything. I don't even get it.
Andre, go ahead and open a room.
There you go. And remember, the first topic is Jews in medieval England.
You're not calling the shots on what the fuck we talking about, nigga. I mean, you're definitely not calling the shots. What I said, I made an assertion. I made an assertion. The assertion I made was that on an all-black planet, you don't have racism. On an all-white planet, you don't have racism.
Oh, okay.
That was my assertion, motherfucker. Andrea, go ahead and make up a room. I'm happy to come and meet this motherfucker anywhere. And we can do this, motherfucker.
You were like 300
bitch ass nigga for real. Let's do it. Bitch ass nigga. Let's do it.
You're like a 300-pound, 55-year-old.
Yeah. That's what you think, nigga. That's what you think. Motherfucker. You don't know shit about me, motherfucker.
Listen to me.
I'm happy to cook you in a room. I'm happy, motherfucker. Bitch ass motherfucking nigga.
Listen to him. This is his life.
Yes.
So excited about
it. Okay. We can go ahead and do this. We can go ahead and do this, motherfucker.
1 second. Before we do the room, let's do the rules, though. Okay. So let's agree on some rules. No ad hominem attacks. No personal attacks. None of what you just did. You got it out.
Oh, you didn't just have any personal attacks. You don't constantly personally attack people. You're full of shit.
In the next room.
You're full of shit. You're full of shit. Yo, we're in the fucking terror dome. We just go. You say what the fuck you say. I say what the fuck I say.
You about that? Your fat ass about to have a heart attack. You better calm down, bro.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, like I said, let it be the terror dome.
I hope you.
Let it be that. Let it be that.
No, we want to
debate we need rules.
Topics.
We need rules. We need rules. Faggot.
Anthony, you need to calm down, man.
His fat ass about to
stroke out. I'm good, Tiandria. I'm good. Really and truthfully, this motherfucker does bullshit all the fucking time. He does it, and I'm happy to go into a room with him. He's not going to do this bullshit in that fucking room.
Listen to him.
He ain't.
Listen to him.
No ad hominem attacks. As he ad hominem attacks.
I'm talking
fucking
about for
faggot, bitch ass nigga for real.
No, I'm fine with ad hominem attacks. I'm talking about for the debate.
Okay, then be fine with it. So then why you trying to make it fucking rule, bitch?
Listen to what I'm saying. For the debate, your old fat ass about to die.
Oh my God, yo, listen. Dude, I'm happy to cook you on any topic. Let's go.
Yeah,
DeAndre, I'm happy to make the room.
I'm saying,
I'm not dealing with your ground rules. I'm not marching to your fucking drum. Fuck
is
you.
Is it banging? I got it.
Fuck
is it banging?
You.
Or is it,
it can be all the above. It's all the above. It's whatever it is.
Listen to him.
But
whatever it is,
Anthony,
it's all the above.
But Anthony,
don't cop no fucking please.
But Anthony, to be fair, even duels have rules. So like we need rules.
DeAndrea, this is what I'm talking about. All right, we don't need it. It's the terror dome. It's the terror dome. We're banging. We're debating.
Oh, no.
We're banging. We're letting it all hang out.
We're not banging.
That's what the fuck we're doing.
I'm not doing.
All right,
I'm debating.
Do what the fuck you want to do then.
All right, we can go open the room.
If you don't want to ad hominem attack, then don't ad hominem attack.
Good.
But you do it all day in this fucking room.
I know, but we're not debating.
You throw rocks and then try to hide your hands like a faggot that you are.
Okay. You done eating the rocks, fat boy?
Yo, yeah, a cool story. His was go. You couldn't survive outside. You would be food.
What does that mean?
You can only exist in a certain sphere. You can't go anywhere.
You can't walk on the blocks.
What blocks?
They would go. Niggas would cook you. You would be fucking food.
Who cares?
You're not an adaptable nigga.
So what?
You're the nigga that would get slapped.
So what?
That's who the fuck you are.
And
You're a fucking cornball.
So are you.
Fuck you. You're a whole bitch ass nigga for real.
I got you.
And you would get cooked.
Got you.
You don't fit in, Go.
I don't fit in where?
You don't fit in beside your little high society group of people. You talking about, where have you been to a Martha's Vineyard? Nigga, I piss on you.
Listen to me.
The fuck?
Well, you haven't seen me
Man,
bitch in 20 years.
you don't fit in where? You're a fucking faggot.
Uh-huh.
You're a metrosexual ass nigga.
Metrosexual. Okay, keep going.
Yes.
And you're
what does a
really
gay
fat.
person sound like? As you make fun of the way people sound. Fucking weird ass nigga.
You got it all out?
It is what it is, bro. I'm happy to see you in any space.
Patty's here. You gonna run and cry like a bitch when Patty's here like you always do?
Yo, I do not interact.
You gonna cry like a bitch when Patty's here now?
I don't cry like a bitch. I don't interact.
You meeting up with Patty? Y'all still meet up? You still meet up with Patty?
I have no problem meeting up with Patty.
You still meet up? Let me guess.
I've never disrespected Patty.
Let me guess. You met up to get food.
What are you talking about, bro? Yeah, Patty paid for my food. Yeah. Full story.
What's she paid $300 for your fat ass?
Yeah. She sure did. Patty paid for my food.
Was he really? How fat was he really, Patty?
Yeah.
280.
So let me give Patty some clarity. So the reason why Dan wasn't modded.
Hold on, TT. Hold on, TT.
Okay.
Keep yelling and calling me faggot and stuff. Keep going, bro. Do you think? So he wanted to debate on the existence of race and racism in an all black or all white, but we're not called all black or all white society. But instead he just wants to bang and crash out. Everybody hear that? This man is
You're more than welcome to go and create the room, and if you want to do this, we can do it. If you don't want to do it, if you're selling wolf tickets, then you're selling wolf tickets. If you bought that life, we can do this, Goat. It's up to you.
Wait a minute.
If you really want to do this, I'm happy. Tiandria, you're welcome. I got enough respect and trust for you that I will go into your space that you create, and me and Goat can go back and forth on it. All right? That's it. All that other shit is noise.
Got you. So now that Patty's here, he's behaved. So you're worried about
Big ass faggot nigga. It ain't got shit to do with Patty being here. Fuck you big ass faggot nigga.
Patty's here. I won't speak. Patty was in the Republic of America. Patty's here. I can't speak. But he hangs out on the block. His big old fat ass is on the block. Imagine being the guy who makes fun of the community.
Walk on the block.
What are you
You
doing?
can't. Go, man. Listen, man.
I have a family. Why do I want to live on the
You
block?
are food. You are food.
For thugs?
Food.
What are you saying?
For the niggas on the block. You a nigga like you, Go. You don't matter. You know what's crazy?
Do you
the way
matter?
you disrespect black men, the way you talk shit about black men,
Yeah,
you're a
they're
whole fucking
underachieving.
faggot.
They're underachieving. They're underachieving. Do you disagree?
I thought I wasn't saying anything because Patty was here.
See, I
I
put a
wasn't
battery
saying
in that.
nothing because Patty was here.
Excuse me.
Easy you are to
Salt
manipulate.
insults everybody.
Hold on, Monica, 1 second. Look, I put a battery in his bag now. He was so bad here. So, let me just say this. Being able to survive on the block at our big age is not like something to aspire to. I don't want to live on the block. And what's funny is that usually Anthony's the one making fun of the community. Anthony's the one talking about the degenerate antisocial behavior. Now he's saying being amongst and surviving amongst the Almost done, bro. What are you doing? Why are you interrupting? Shut up. Shut up.
On me.
Shut up. You always make fun of the community because you use the term community when you do it.
Even use the term community. I say the so-called black community. That's what I say. I say the so-called black community.
You say
100
community.
times. For me to use the word community. I don't.
You're lying, bro. You're just lying. Now you're lying, bro. Now you're lying.
Constantly
You say it all the time.
for black community.
You say it all the time. You say, and you talk about the
black
community.
the so-called
But
black community.
Anyway. So now it's a virtue being able to be among thugs and criminals. Like, I don't know why you think I would be insulted by you saying I wouldn't want to. I'm old, not as old as you, or as fat. And so,
Nice you post your picture. How tall are you, Go?
6'3", almost 6'4".
Why don't you post your picture, Go?
Because I don't want to. I'm not trying to pick up anybody on the app.
All right, it's all good. Listen,
another
I
man's
know
picture?
exactly what I'm going to. It's all.
You know what you're going to do?
Know exactly what I'm going to do.
All right. Wait, is this a threat? Are you threatening? Do I have to call the
Of
cops?
course, I don't threaten nobody. I don't threaten anybody. I never issue any threats on this app.
You just threatened me.
I never threaten anybody on this app.
Did anybody
never,
get that recorded?
ever.
You just threatened me. Anybody get that recorded?
Record. I did not threaten you.
What are you going to do?
I said I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Hey, y'all gonna start this room? Let's get it. Come on, TT, start that room up.
Well, I'm watching the game. I'm chilling. I'm not going to.
What game you watching, man? What game you watching, man? Hey, Anthony, no, none of that banging, bro. Have a debate. Have a debate. You already got all the banging out.
Yeah, I want to have the debate. I don't want to do the.
Let's have a debate, bro. None of that. Come on, you got it, bro.
What game you watching, man? What game you watching? For whatever, but I'm not playing by no rules that he sets. In this room, it's whatever.
Can they set the room? Can they set the rules?
Just no banging because
you setting the rules.
If it's a crash out, we not gonna be able to. You know the debate's not gonna happen.
Hold on, what is the debate on? What is the debate on at the time?
Hold on. Y'all, hold up.
We agreed that it'll only be one of us on the stage at a time. That's all.
Hey, there you go. Hey, that's actually.
Anybody want to bet? Anybody want to bet some money?
Hey, hold up, bro.
All right.
No, that's actually.
And there was a topic as well.
Replay or no replay?
Replay's on.
What do you need a replay for, Monica? You gonna listen to it later?
Replay's on.
You gonna listen to it later?
Yeah, I do. I want to know.
Mute up, Monica. Mute up. Let us run the show, Monica.
It's okay.
Oh, you don't got a bag?
No, I just said let's. Come on, y'all. And this shit was moving, and y'all just come on.
Okay.
So Tiandria on the
Monica,
I'm assisting.
Yeah, assist that.
Y'all move Monica down. That's crazy.
Because she's assistant, she can sit there and good. Hey, so straight up, no banging. Let's straight up banging.
What time is it?
To Anthony's point, one person on the stage at a time, whatever. I mean, that might be a little bit of weird debate because the back and forth might go slow.
What's the topic, JD? What's the topic, though?
Oh, I don't know. They came up with a topic.
He came up with a topic.
I think between Dan and Anthony, it's two contrasts of styles. So it may make a good fight. You know what I mean? But I tell you who I got my money on, though.
Anthony.
Nah, I'll put my money on Dan. Shit, we talking about money. We talking about money. We ain't talking about the heart shit.
I'll say this.
At the risk of getting glued again, I do have a topic.
And I love Anthony, but I think if we go to certain topics, Ben gonna grind him, chew him up, man. I'm telling you.
Oh my, that's fucked up.
Don't X on me. I do have a topic that might be worth the discussion.
What's the topic, Monica?
The four main issues facing the Black community today.
Oh, fuck no.
Crazy.
I have to sit down and think of that.
I told y'all to stop my ass to the
Why would you four, not three?
Hey, real quick, there is some breaking news, and as much as I agree with
That
Anthony,
shit better be breaking for real. What?
it is breaking for real. And as much as I agree with Anthony, GOAT is one of the best bidders.
Hey, what's the news? What's the news?
The news is a ref is not in charge. The vice president is being displaced. There is now already a power vacuum, and they are now wrestling for control inside Iran because they don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, that's not breaking. I think everybody predicted that.
It's breaking. It just happened. There are 40,
It just happened.
Yes, there are 40 officials. there are 40 officials dead. Now the leaders of the intel, and there is suspected that there is a general that did not attend the meeting. The Wall Street Journal, you should read it, Ben. It's amazing. They were not supposed to strike during the day. That was not planned. There was a meeting that came together, 3 different intelligence meetings that came together, and they decided that to take it because it was a target of opportunity. So that's why they struck during the day.
We talked about it an hour ago after you left.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. There was one general, I can't say his name correctly, Kawani, who was supposed to be, who suddenly did not show. They believe that may have been the Mossad agent inside that tipped all this off. But it is an absolutely incredible strike when you take all the people that have been eliminated here. All the best.
Red winning.
Thank you very much.
Yo, Trent, appreciate the information. Listen, man, I don't think that anybody from the regime that just got decimated really wants to jump in that hot seat. I really don't think they want that smoke, but God bless them if they do.
I'll say this, Andy. I heard this won't last more than a week.
What is this? What is this?
The fight in Iran. They're desperate. This has been an unbelievable display of firepower from Israel and the U.S. And I don't see how this goes on past Wednesday at best.
Okay. So Tom Cotton, who I believe chairs intelligence and is a U.S. Senate senator, he's been different than you, but you have better information than him. So possibly you're right.
I was just listening to the security analyst on the CNN. He was basically...
You were listening to a security analyst on CNN?
Yes. I was just listening to a security analyst on CNN. I don't remember his name, Basani or something like that. And he was essentially saying the same thing. This was an epic strike. And Patty, shout out to your boys in the military. I mean, this was I didn't know. Shout out to the people who serve in the military, Goat. Do you know what the fuck the military is?
No, I don't. What is the military?
You don't know what the military is? Okay.
Break it down.
It's what just took out Maduro and took out Khomeini, and the world's a safer place.
You think so? You think the world is safer now than it was 24 hours ago?
Yeah, I think the world is safer now. But I don't know. Maybe in theater.
Dubai definitely is not safer now.
Wait a minute. Hold on. There are people and targets being... Hold on. You know what? You got it.
I know.
You got it. It's definitely safer. It's definitely safer. The hotels and the airports being blown up. Definitely safer. Go ahead and run. Go sit down and get a drink.
Get a drink. It's like there is...
Go get a drink. Go ahead. Go get a drink.
No.
Yeah, go get a drink. Yeah, go get a drink. Oh, you're going to stay? You're not going to talk and leave?
Here's what I'm going to tell you. There is a time when we need to take a step back and say that as much as I disagree with President Trump and the way he goes about things, had any other president done something of this magnitude without one loss of life of an American life that I know of at this
point? How do you know that?
Because there has not been a reported casualty of American or is an Israeli service member. We do have a death in Israel confirmed. And sad for the other side and the innocent civilians that have died, because hundreds of them.
Fuck them. You don't care about them.
No, I do care about them.
You don't.
But to sit here and not say that what has just happened in the past 12 hours is not astounding and something that we should be proud of as Americans, I mean, I think I go basically say it's shameful to not give the people the credit who planned this out and who got rid of a very terrible person.
Wait. So if I disagree and I believe that it was an illegal action, if I disagree and it creates a power vacuum of a country of some 90 million people, if I disagree because I know that I've been told by the people who carried out the bombing that they have terror networks all over. The Lakers just ran the Golden State, by the way. They've got terror networks all over the world. If I look at what's happening in Saudi, in Doha, Qatar, in UAE, Dubai, etc., it's shameful for me not to be proud of that.
And I think it's shameful not to be.
1 second, sir. 1 second. And then you also said that the world is safer. Now, I could agree with you in the long run, the world could be safer. But anybody right now, you've got evacuations all over. Are you following the news? You're only on Twitter.
No,
you got evacuations all over. Airports are being Airports are being evacuated. Embassies are being shot at. There's bombing in Tel Aviv. A lady died. But you're saying, there's video people in bomb shelters. But you're saying the world is safer now? I disagree with.
I think the world's a safer place, and I think the people of Iran are safer. And again,
So now the world is safer, or you're saying in the long run it could be safer?
In the long run,
I think we should be a little bit more nuanced, Trent. I think it could go either way. I think it can go either way. God forbid. All right, cool. What I'm saying is, from my perspective, I don't think we can tell yet that this is safer, better, the best thing since sliced bread. I do commend Trump for his audacity. I do commend them for executing, like a brilliant strike. The possibilities that we have now didn't exist, X amount of time ago. So there's possibilities now. Does it mean it's going to go a certain way? You just never know. It's too early to tell. But, I know that demon is out of power. It is what it is.
So if the idea is that they were the world's number one state funder of terror, getting rid of, quote, that demon, what does that do to the terror cells? Are they now all of a sudden inactive?
Well, the fact that Hezbollah and Hamas and the Houthis haven't been active is very telling. I think
yes, because it's a bombing. Yes, because Iran is carrying out the bombing. Why would Hamas be involved? Hamas is pretty much done.
The proxies are not getting involved, likely because I think there's been deals made. But when I didn't recognize that 40 officials, including the defenseman, I knew the defense minister's dead. Mohammed Parko, the commander of the IGRC ground forces, is dead. Al-Shakami, the Secretary and Supreme National Security Council, is dead. Zahad, the military coordinator with Hamas, is dead, and 40 other officials. This is an incredible. I mean, I'm going to say it again. For a first strike in any military,
they were all meeting in the same place, Trent.
Well, stupid fucking thing.
I know, they actually made a mistake. I mean, you didn't know that until recently. We actually talked about it. They actually made a mistake.
Yeah,
they actually made a huge mistake, so it wasn't this thing that you were saying. They actually made a big mistake.
It wasn't one place. They were meeting in 3 different places.
Yeah, they made a mistake. I know. I've read about it. We know, Trent. You're repeating stuff we know.
And so, but to not step back for a second and say this was fucking incredible.
What is incredible?
The fact that you took out 40 officials of a top military in the world.
They're not a top military in the world.
Oh my God. Okay, whatever.
But I do think it was incredible. I mean, at the level of intelligence gathering, all that stuff. Yeah, I thought it was good. It doesn't make me proud as an American. I think a president bombing a place in the name of democracy, I don't support that. And because I'm not a neoconservative, and I've learned the lessons from the neoconservative. That's what Donald Trump said in his speech, quite literally. So one second, I'm not proud of that. But in terms of like the military side and all that, the United States is always very good at that stuff. Yeah, that was fantastic.
I don't think we knew we were this good. I mean, I don't think we knew. And I think if you told Biden,
they weren't below ground. They just bombed them.
Okay, well, okay. if you told Biden that you could take out the Ayatollah and all these folks and not lose any American lives, so far, I don't know who doesn't take them up.
I don't think any president does, because I think other presidents learned from the lessons of Iraq and Afghanistan. That's the difference.
But that's Iran. It's different.
Hold on, Jay Fresh. I know it's worse. They're more powerful than Iraq and Afghanistan and have way more people. I mean, the thing that's going to happen, the thing that could happen, which, you're not interested in, and I guess people, there could be a crazy refugee crisis in a year's time, like a crazy refugee crisis. Have you thought about what that would do? All these Shia running into these Sunni countries? What would that do?
But you know what's Russia's doing right now? Russia just...
Hold on 1 second, Trent. I don't know if Jay Fresh. Trent, have you thought about the possibility of a refugee crisis? You just said it was a power vacuum.
Not really. I don't think there's going to be a refugee crisis. I mean,
why
it
not?
could be, because I don't anticipate that they're going to have a massive civil war.
They didn't have a massive civil war in Venezuela. They have a refugee crisis. Do you? What's going on?
I do know that they have a massive.
Right. So, but you don't need to have a massive civil war to have a refugee crisis. Like, what are you saying?
I don't anticipate that this will be a refugee crisis. That's just my take right now. I'm not saying that it couldn't, and I agree with you, Anthony. It's early. We should pull back.
Can I say something just a second, please?
Hang on, Jay Fresh. I agree with it's early, but I think Kamala Harris's statement was misplaced.
What did she say? I think I saw it, but what did she say? She said she was against regime change.
She was against regime change and these these sort of things. And I
thought we all were against regime change up until now. But I thought we were all against regime change. The MAGA movement. Hold on. Should I play the clip of a bunch of Trump officials who were against regime change, including Trump?
I know.
Should I play the clips of Donald Trump saying the reason why Barack Obama is bombing is because he's a bad negotiator? Or will bomb, rather?
Trump speaks out both sides of his mouth. You know, we both agree with that.
It wasn't just Trump. Tulsi Gabbard said it. J.D. Vance said it.
They all speak out both sides of their mouth.
So then why would Kamala Harris saying she's against regime change if they all say it be wrong?
I'm saying her statement, and I can't go verbatim in totality, but I think she jumped the gun. Because right now, when I look at it, she jumped the gun on what is taking place. And so, to Anthony's point, yes, it's early, but as I learn more about how much of this leadership has been taken out and how much of the Iranian forces have been degraded so quickly and so fast, I would not recommend any politician jumping out and saying that this wasn't good, because at this very moment, this is going very, very well. Obviously, things can change in a heartbeat. I'll say this.
Less than a day in. Let me read what she wrote. Let me be clear. I'm opposed to.
U.S. is at war with China also. You understand? They're providing everything.
Let me be clear.
It's bigger than you think.
Let me be clear. I am opposed to a regime change war in Iran, and our troops are being put in harm's way for the sake of Trump's war of choice. This is a dangerous and unnecessary gamble with American lives that also jeopardizes stability in the region and our standing in the world. What we are witnessing is not strength. It is recklessness dressed up as resolve. That was shameful. I don't know. She put her foot in her mouth? What was wrong with that statement? Sounds like what Trump's people would have said.
That's not the totality of her statement.
I'm just reading it off X.
I mean, there's a lot more than that. I mean, that's a gist.
Hold on.
Yeah.
She said she's well aware of the threat that Iran poses and agrees they must never be allowed to have a nuclear weapon, but this is not the way to dismantle that threat. She said Trump was a liar from the presidential campaign, saying that he would end wars rather than start them. And she also called him out for saying he obliterated Iran's nuclear program last year. Yeah, that's another lie. And let us be clear-eyed about what comes next. The president has already said this conflict may produce American casualties. Our troops deserve a commander-in-chief who approaches decisions on matters of war and peace with the same steadiness and resolve our troops show every day. Under the Constitution of the United States, the president must receive authorization from Congress to enter a war. Yeah, it's 6 pages. I'm not going to read it all. Okay, so which part were you especially offended at?
I agree with her on getting the authorization. Or
which part of it were you against?
The totality of the statement in which she says that essentially the president shouldn't take action in this case. And I would tell any politician, I would hold my fire right now. When it's, especially when things are rolling like they are, I would hold my fire before I set out with criticism in what right now at this moment, and I'm with you. It ain't even, the first quarter ain't even over. But at this game, the U.S. is up 21-0. And
so what intelligence do you have that the former vice president doesn't have? Just break it down for me.
The fact that 40 of their top officials are dead.
You don't know that she knows. That's what you have, and you don't think she knows that?
Actually, I don't know if she knew. I don't know if she knew that at that time. But because she wrote that earlier, and I don't know that that all this had come out.
We knew that about 8 hours ago.
Is it 100% guaranteed like their top official are dead?
Correct. So you know what she knows that you don't? Can you name one regime change that has been successful in history as an outcome of aerial bombardment? Name one.
No.
Successful regime change that was solely accomplished.
The expectation is that the Iranian people are going to be enacting their own regime change, and what we have done is simply decapitated the head of the snake. No one expects the United States from the air to do regime change. That's just a facetious argument. I'm sorry.
Wait, what do you mean?
So, hold on.
It's already done regime change.
What do you mean?
It's already done.
Facetious. 1 second. What do you mean?
Huh? What I mean,
we've already done regime change in this case.
That's not what they mean by regime change. They mean ending the theocracy.
Okay, well, I thought what you meant by regime change is both step 1, ending the theocracy, and step 2, installing someone else. And those two things don't necessarily have to be done from the air. However, it looks like the first step was successfully done from the air.
So
which was what?
Change accomplished?
No, no, I didn't say that. To me, regime. Well, one second. Let me finish. 1 second. One moment with your special accent.
You're not going to do that.
Oh no. Not anything on the liberal.
Ugly ass people in your PTR. You're not going to do that. We're not doing that. Go. You can beat the fuck up. No, that was fucked up, bro. Why would you make fun of him like that? That was insane.
What are you talking about? You just interrupted me, so I just made a joke. What's up?
You making fun of somebody's accent with his special accent? Do you know how you sound? What's going on?
I thought he was doing a British accent. What?
A British accent? What are you talking about?
Whatever, dude. Come on.
No, man. You gotta chill. That's too much.
All right.
That's too much. All right. Have a good night. God bless you.
He said I'm out. Like,
no, I want to listen. I want to listen more. Like,
like we gave a fuck. Right, bro.
I want to listen because it might affect our life, This can get ugly.
So again, no, it's not accurate because obviously implied in the regime change part is people doing things. It's obviously part of it, not just you bomb somebody and there's a new thing pops up. Because Trump laid it. Did you listen to Trump's speech today?
Yeah,
last night. Okay, cool. So he laid out the process.
I don't say he laid out the process. I don't say
he did lay out the process.
He said that there was going to be regime change. I didn't get like a process for regime change.
So you didn't listen to it. So you didn't listen. He said the people are supposed to take their government. He claimed it.
Yeah, that's that part I heard, right? Yeah, and I actually, and I appreciate. I agree. To me, that's not process. You know,
It is.
Well, but no, I believe.
Isn't that what the Americans did? How did the Americans do it?
Well, we that is how the Americans did it.
That's the process.
I believe that the Iranian people will likely overthrow the theocracy. I believe that the momentum now is on their side, and I believe that they are going to lose, according to some of these people who are experts on television, that they are going to lose air supremacy much faster than previously thought. And I think once they do, once you don't have any cover and you can be hit from anywhere, this thing falls down very, very quickly. I could be wrong. Again, like I said, first quarter is 21-0. But damn it, if the quarterback don't look really good.
Dude, the sports analogies are disgusting, bro. Just, do something.
I was just giving sports analogies. You just don't. Never mind, Scotty.
Dude, it's disgusting. There are people's lives involved.
We were just talking anyway, whatever.
Neoliberal, you still here? I wanted to talk about regime change. So, from your perspective, right, what's the standard we need to meet in order for there to be regime change?
Well, at least the IRGC and the theocracy will have to go. There has to be. Well, let's go with the plan that the Pahlavi supporters have, right? Transitory government, right? And let's stop there. That's enough.
Okay, so let's say that the theocracy stays, but their approach completely changes. Let's say there's more freedom for the average person. Let's say they give up all nuclear ambitions. Let's say they're more cooperative with the United States and Israel.
Yeah.
Would you consider that to be regime change?
No.
Okay. I would think it is, but I guess we just disagree. That's fine.
Definitionally, it's not regime change. It can be better, right?
So, I understand what to me, right? From my perspective, the regime change happened when their leader, the head of their regime, died. That was regime change. Now, what comes after him, even if they're affiliated with the same, party, the same religious
regime
sect.
is a regime because it's not a single leader.
But who's beyond Iran?
Okay.
You understand? Who's behind them?
So, no, time out, bro. I'm trying to get through something here with him, just real quick. All right. So, if you have a king, would you consider a king to be, his monarchy to be a regime?
A monarchy with the continuous succession chain, right, of that monarch and his family, right? And with monarchies, things get blurry. Is a continuous regime, right?
Got it. So we can agree to that. No problem. I see your point, and we can agree to that. However, I think it more so has to do with the way the head of the state, the way he aligns, the way he thinks. If the new head of state thinks radically differently from the old, if the new king thinks radically different from, it could be the son, the prince becomes king. I look at that as regime change. I look at it as the ideas that are leading that regime. If those ideas radically change, I look at that as regime change.
Sure, if it's okay for the sake of the conversation, right? Definitionally, yes, if it's a radically different regime, but it's in the same line of succession, let's say for the sake of argument, it's a different regime. How is that happening in Iran?
I'm not saying definitively that this will be happening.
No, I know.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the possibility now exists.
Well,
what defeat U.S., to be honest?
The United States government put out CIA assessment. CIA assessment was that in case of Ali Khamenei's death, the people who will take power would be IRGC hardliners. This is assessment of U.S. owned government released today or yesterday.
Yesterday.
Okay. So Neo, just to be fair, right? Those hardliners, given what happened to the last group of hardliners, may not end up in power. They may not even want to end up in power.
CIA disagrees.
It's only one way, right?
Like, all right. So if you ask the CIA when Russia, it depends. Look, the CIA has been wrong before. It could be wrong about this. Look, I'm approaching this thing with an open mind. I'm willing to see how things develop.
Sure, we can have an open mind and also consider that CIA might be right. I'm not saying they're always right, but it's a piece of evidence that is in public that we should consider, right?
I mean, U.S. is.
We're not far apart at all.
It's Russia.
I have an optimistic point of view. I think that I think that the forces that the United States are bringing to bear, that Israel's bringing to bear, I would hope that they have some kind of plan to push things in a certain way. Does that mean it's going to work out the way they hope it does? Obviously they had some like stellar intelligence to get them all at the same damn time. It's like they must have some really good intelligence, and it'll be interesting to see how things play out.
Did they have good intelligence on Greenland? Like, it seems to be, like, I'm just asking, did they have good intelligence on Greenland, or on, like, does other policies of Donald Trump seem particularly intelligent?
Neo, there's things that Donald Trump's doing that I agree with wholeheartedly, and there's things that I vehemently disagree with. It's,
and this
is
is one of
case
them that you agree with. Keep playing with me, Anthony. All right. I get the conversation over for you. See you in the... I'm tired of these stupid ass people. He got so much to say and don't even know what the hell he's talking about. Making comments that don't even make fucking sense. What the hell's going on here?
I think people are missing the bigger issue of what actually transpired in the last 72 hours, though.
Go ahead, tell us.
So for the past 8 months, the U.S. military integrated Anthropic, which most people know as Claude Code, into all military intelligence systems. Now, the challenge is Anthropic allowed their model to do more things than we can do. So even if we're paid subscribers and we have the highest paid subscription rate, we can only do certain things with it before there are guardrails. And guardrails are where they build wrappers around the model. So if you ask it, hey, how do I build like a nuclear reactor in my house? It's not going to tell you that, right? So Anthropic put these guardrails on. And so the military and we started building everything into it.
James, we know the story. Can you get to the point you're making? So
well, maybe not everybody does. So I'm just trying to provide context. Yeah. Okay. So what's happened is in the last 48 hours, Anthropic decided they're not going to release the final guardrails on full autonomous intelligence. So Trump said, screw them, they're woke. Hegseth said, we are now going to classify Anthropic as a national security threat. And immediately went to OpenAI, aka ChatGPT, and they said, we'll give you everything you want. So what they're going to do now is they're going to remove, over the next 6 months, all the Anthropic coding integrations and put it into AI on OpenAI. The interesting thing there is it's going to be fully autonomous. So you're going to have the drones making the full decisions. So there was a little movie that came out back in the 80s called Terminator, and there was this thing called Skynet that went online.
Okay, can we stop here, please? Oh, God.
Well, I mean, listen, whoever has the accent, the white guy, if you want to like challenge me,
Damn,
feel free to. I mean, feel free to challenge me because I've only been working in AI for 10 plus years now, and I probably have far more expertise than you do. But if you would like to continue to be negative toward me, while maybe others can have a benefit, maybe you can shed some light on why you're so superior in your internal mindset.
Ooh.
But feel free, go ahead, sir.
No. Please continue. This was educational.
Yeah, he's
Terminator
on your ass, sir. He's on your ass.
Well, we're heading for a fully autonomous system. So everything has guardrails in it now. It's all going agentic AI, which is multi-step AI. So it's not just prompting, hey, tell me something and it does something. It's stringing those together. And now the entire US government and all of its quote unquote allies are literally going to go all in on this to where all of their systems are completely autonomous. They're making the decisions with zero guardrails.
Can you connect how this connects to Iran at all?
No, 1 second.
Yeah.
But it's okay, 1 second.
And what proof do you have it's going to
James,
control autonomous?
1 second. James, can you tell me about effective altruism?
Okay, so you learned the word when FTX came out. That's when you learned what that word was. That's when the majority of people learned what effective altruism is, as if that's some magical thing, right? So until when FTX came out and started saying it, that's when you learned about it.
Okay, but
do I care about
what is it? What does it matter where people learned it? What is it?
What does it mean to you? And what does it matter what I think it means?
I think it's relevant contextually to the conversation. Don't you think it is?
Sounds strange.
Don't you think it's relevant to the conversation?
And how do you feel it's relevant?
Well, I think it's relevant because a lot of employees of Anthropic, OpenAI, Google, and all of the AI labs that are paid a lot of money are in some ways affiliated, not directly maybe, but hang out in effective altruist and care about existential risk and care about AI alignment issues. Don't you think so?
Do I think they care about AI? Okay, that's a very generalized statement. Do I think they care about AI alignment in what regards?
Well, this has been a very general conversation, so.
Do they care about vanilla ice cream? Sure. What does that have to do with this?
Well, I think AI alignment has a lot to do with.
Well, what specifically?
The story that you were alluding to with.
No. Specific.
And Defense Department. It's exactly isn't producing autonomous weapons using the AI technology directly relevant to the AI alignment? Isn't that?
Integrate all that. What he's trying to say to you, buddy, he's asking if all of this stuff.
Ashton, give me a second.
So
James, James, don't you think AI alignment is relevant to the story about Department of War? It's not defense anymore. Department of War posture against Anthropic.
You mean alignment to where it's good or alignment to where it's bad? What's your subjective meaning to it?
Well, Anthropic and OpenAI, right, as
OpenAI said we don't care. We're removing all the red lines. Every red line that Anthropic
put in. They haven't said that.
Sam Altman actually did.
Sam Altman said that they got in the
No, he did an AMA today.
Assurances.
He literally did. He did an AMA today, and I was on the call. Were you on the call today on his AMA? Apparently not. So no, you missed it.
Have you read the contract?
Have I read what contract?
The OpenAI released the contract.
Oh yeah. Because they just published that so everybody could read it. No, nobody's published that.
Yeah.
There's no contract. You're not going to get to read the contract. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have a copy of the contract? Do you want to like send that over to me right now? Because you said you're coming from this authoritative stance, which is ridiculous. So you're asking me if I read the contract, but you didn't read the contract. So why don't you tell me the contract? Did you read any of the contracts?
OpenAI hasn't released the contract. It has released the language in their contract with the Department of War. Does this satisfy you? I can send that to you. Is that fine?
The language. So it's not the contract, it's the language. You mean like in English?
Sure, yes, I misspoke. I'm sorry. They didn't release the whole contract. They released the relevant part that we are talking about.
Right, and what was actually answered on the call was different. I'm guessing pretty much was totally different than whatever he released, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is the core thing that Sam Altman said today on the call on the AMA was that where Anthropic was putting boundaries, they are going to not block and not have those boundaries in place. No, none of those guardrails will be in place.
Again, that's not their public position, but okay, I'm tired of this. Somebody else.
Neil, what you did to these people?
I don't know. Anyway, there is also a website with around, at this point, like 800 signatures of employees of Google, OpenAI, Anthropic, and generally tech community opposing Hexet. Department of War forcing any of those companies in unethical use of their AI systems would create a revolt in people that work in those.
Not really, because already 30,000.
Well, that's my opinion.
Yeah, no, and I listen to your opinion. I'm just simply saying where I disagree.
Can I finish my opinion?
Yes.
Right. So my opinion is backed up by the long list of signatures, right? And all the people that are leaders in AI development that have spoken out against this, right? These people are on multi-million contracts, right? And they can afford to have opinions like this. So if United States wants to kill its AI development industry, they're welcome to do it.
Well, what I'm saying is this. 30,000 research scientists, all experts in the field of AI, all literally signed documents years ago warning about where we're heading right now. And that literally just went in one ear and out the other to everybody. 30,000 research scientists, literally everybody. In fact, that's what from Anthropic, that's why he left OpenAI, because he actually wanted to have a more secure, because he was extremely concerned about this. And Elon Musk continually talks about it. And Elon's response is, well, don't worry, once people get laid off, everybody's going to be wealthy, which so far I haven't seen any of that happen. But the point is this is the real world. So I guess kind of to loop back to your conversation about the Iran thing, I think the Iran thing is interesting. We all knew it was going to happen. We all knew it was going to be America and Israel, and they were going to go after them and whatever, and hopefully the people will be better. All I do know is my friends who live in Afghanistan that are Afghanistan people, once Biden pulled all of our military out, everything went to shit. And in fact, I haven't seen a liberal, because they're not putting this on the news, so they don't have anything to react to. But I haven't seen one liberal woman jumping up and down screaming that, wait a minute, the Ministry of Education in Afghanistan just decided that no women can get educated in Afghanistan anymore. Because everybody reacts to the news. And that's kind of what's happening here, is everybody wants to come in and go, well, my God, da-da-da-da. And all I'm trying to do is say, look, you can do that. That's fine. That's everybody's choice.
I got a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Why would a liberal woman in America protest about what they're doing to women up somewhere else for? If we got our own problems in America.
Because the news tells them, hey, this is a problem, like CNN's, the left side news, go focus on this. So they literally go focus on this.
Oh my God. Hey, can you just get to the point where, how does Anthropic, what does it got, hey, hold on, Ashley, Anthropic, you said it has, everything to do with the past 72 hours. Just get to that point in like 20 seconds.
So I'll land the plane with this. The point is, while we're all focusing on this, what's happening is literally what the whole Terminator concept was about Skynet coming online with integration into military. That's literally going to happen over the next 6 months. And when 2027 rolls around, this literally, I believe, is going to be the last normal year that people have. And it's going to, all this stuff right now is going to be in when 2027 rolls around. So I'll land the plane.
Are you still buying NFTs? I'm just asking.
No, but if you'd like to go Google James Ross coronavirus Forbes, I happen to be the first guy to actually warn that there was going to be a pandemic in the United States. If you'd like to look that up.
Before Bill Gates? You're amazing.
Right there, brother. Help us out.
Oh, James.
Bill Gates,
How'd you do that?
Shit, man, it's worse than Trump.
How did you do that? Man.
You know,
awesome.
we're getting killed millions in Africa right
You
now.
got a crystal ball, too? You got a crystal ball, don't you? You got some. You can't see the future, can't you?
That's probably why hedge funds pay me with.
These white motherfuckers, they're evil. They know they're evil. Shut the fuck up. You're getting caught with your lies, you know?
Neil, it wasn't obvious from the questions or how you respond to the questions that this guy doesn't understand what the alignment issue is in relation to AI.
I know, right? I kind of got that.
Yeah, you went totally off. I mean, AI alignment has to do with model use, James. So basically, the reason why Anthropic exists is because they decided to go with a constitutional objective model versus practical use. So basically, the issue that they have specifically with Pentagon is that they wanted to use the AI technology for things that basically go against the Constitution, like mass monitoring and actually utilizing in autonomous killing machines. So basically, those are two things that Anthropic is against. So, I mean, they can use it any way they want, but the models will not do particular tasks because of those guardrails. So they wanted them to remove the guardrails. They decided that they would not do it. It would actually go against the reason why they were created as a company. Therefore, we're in the situation that we're in. OpenAI has no such restrictions. Therefore, that's why they're going to be able to do it.
Exactly. Do you have an iPhone?
Yeah, I have both the iPhone and the Android. What's the
Yeah, exactly. And both platforms literally take all of our info and literally everything you type in text. If you put a firewall on your phone, which you can do, you can actually put a firewall on your phone.
How
and
do
then
I
you
put
can
a firewall on an iPhone?
Yeah. I mean, do you know?
Actually, no. You know,
James,
you can't.
James, just to share your knowledge, do you know what the alignment issue is, or what AI alignment is?
In regards to what? That's a generalized
In regards
question.
to AI, I mean, what Anthropic or Darius what I referred to was the constitutional ethics of alignment for Anthropic.
Yeah. No, I get what he's saying.
What is the alignment issue?
What? Yes, no, I get what his issue is. His issue
No,
is.
not his issue. What is the alignment issue?
Alignment issue is subjective to the people that are actually buying and paying for the AI services.
So the alignment issue, just for basic understanding, is the papers made a commitment that if it was in between human benefit or human benefit from the technology versus the actual objective, then they would always go with the human. Because one of the issues specifically with AI is that, I mean, it can basically achieve an objective even if it's detrimental to humans. So that's the issue.
Okay. So Lang, let me ask you this: Do you know what the platform Cursor is?
Yes, Cursor is an IDE.
A Cursor is an IDE, and how many billions of dollars were they sending and buying tokens from Anthropic? Do you know?
How is this relevant to the conversation?
Because if you'll listen for 30 seconds, you might learn something.
So that was actually the first indication that I knew that you didn't know what you were talking about, because you referred to the rappers. It was it's not a rapper.
No.
Are not guided by rappers. Rappers would be.
Lang, may I just interject super quickly?
Yeah.
James, are you James from Hedge Chatter? Is that you?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Lang, he knows what the fuck he's talking about. Okay, he really does.
Oh, so I'm
You can look him up.
that he knows what he's talking about because you said he knows what he's talking about.
No. You didn't hear the second part of my sentence. You can.
They fear you, my brother. They fear you. They're scared.
Gabriel, first of all,
Gabriel
I have critical thinking.
You have to agree with it.
Let me
You have to. I just said you can read up on it
Gabriel, let me
yourself.
explain. Gabriel, let me explain. First of all, your elimination process or validity, you just asked him. Wait, Gabriel, listen. You just asked him if he's James from this person, and he said yes. Therefore, you think. How do you even know that he's the person he just said he is?
Well,
no. So anyway, wait.
How do we even get to AI in the first place?
I'm not even going to engage on that.
Let's wrap this up real quick.
You know how I'll tell you, Brooklyn, because James said you all want to know why all this shit just happened in Iran in the past 72 hours.
Because of Anthropic and all that.
Because of Anthropic, but he never connected anything that just happened in Iran to Anthropic. Like why this happened?
I'm
trying to get.
I was listening, and then there was I'm like, what the fuck
JD,
happened?
so let me say. I mean, as I said, I don't really need to go into details on this conversation, but Gabriel, I'm pretty sure the person you referenced to from Twitter or whatever knows what they're talking about. And I probably have 100% confidence that this person that you're talking to is not that person. Because, I mean, everything that he said earlier actually shows what the knowledge gap is. So even his reference to cursor, I don't even know how cursor is.
Well, if you would let me, if you would like be quiet for 2 seconds.
Hold up a second.
Can you be quiet for 2 seconds and let me finish? You didn't let me finish.
So cursor is actually a rapper in the same way that Lovable is a rapper, and there are a lot of.
Can you let me finish?
Windsurf is a rapper that operates. So the question of how do I know how many tokens Windsurf?
That's not what the question was.
Use is totally irrelevant. To
That's not what the question was. You won't let me finish.
That is not a reference that anyone that has any knowledge of how AI.
Can I please finish? Can I please finish? Thank you.
Let him sign an Anthropic thing back.
Jesus Christ. Like, dude, Lane, listen. Here's the deal.
Why I got mad? See, he doesn't believe that shit.
Lane, listen, here's the situation. You see, Anthropic's business model is to sell tokens, okay? And so what happened was they partnered with Cursor with their IDE, okay, started selling, built a whole platform around to allow people to easily use Anthropic, okay? And then here's what's funny. They became the #1 distributor of Anthropic tokens. So the #1 of $24 billion of their revenue, okay, was 90% Cursor. And then Claude, Anthropic, who all says, oh, we care about humanity and all this stuff, the moment they noticed that, they went, you know what? We'll do our own thing. So that's when they actually launched Claude Code and immediately decimated Cursor. So the one distribution point that brought them billions of dollars in sales with their humanity, with their work, their sweat equity and everything to put the whole wrapper together, which actually was beautiful and actually worked. Anthropic turned around with their holier than thou BS attitude, and they turned around and decimated them. That's my point.
Time out, James, real quick.
I'm sorry, were you invested
I'm
in
trying to
Cursor
figure
or something?
out how.
This seems like it seems like a normal competition. What is the problem with Anthropic?
The point is that Anthropic tries
vertical integration into an adjacent domain where Cursor is. So what?
Well, here's the deal. Anthropic only got its growth from Cursor. So Cursor. Well, but here's my point. My point is Anthropic's coming out saying we're holier than thou. Okay. We're like doing guardrails.
What's the problem?
We care about humanity. Oh, by the way, here's our #1 company that made us who we are and brought us all the business. We're now going to destroy you and take it all away.
Cursor or something like this seems like very pro Cursor.
Yeah, I don't even understand what this conversation is, Neo. He's talking about business practices versus ethic. Business ethic.
Human ethics. Hey. We was talking about Iran, and I thought he was about to say something about Anthropic had something to do with Iran, and now we talking about AI.
No, Brooklyn's about Skynet. You forgot Skynet. Terminator.
Bro's very smart.
You gotta watch out.
Bro's smart.
No, I get you, Brooklyn. As I said, I only came up because there were a lot of misinformation being spread by this guy. So, as I said earlier, the issue specifically with Anthropic is that it's what Pegasus and the Pentagon want to do with their models actually goes against their constitutional ethics. That was the reason why they started the company initially. So, therefore, that's the reason why it's not happening.
We know that. We already went through that, but he said that it had something to do with what happened today in Iran, and I'm trying to figure out how. That's what I want to know. Because we already got the news about Anthropic 3 days ago.
He made me proud. You don't know how happy I am right now.
How the fuck does Iran and Anthropic have anything to do with each other?
Yeah, well,
please,
I don't know.
Somebody tell me.
I don't know either.
Okay, so don't nobody know.
No, what the issue is that what I'm trying to say, and this is a problem. So the biggest problem you have with trying to tell people what's about to change is they look and go, well, that hasn't changed yet, so it's not going to change.
But
and what
James, how does this have to do with Iran? And what happens today? That's what you started to say.
Because in 6 months we're going to have multiple Irans. It's not just going to be one Iran. You're going to have all of these drones that are flying around. They're going to get to make autonomous decisions, and they're going to get to decide what they want to take out on their own. There's not going to be any military governmental oversight. So what we're all doing is going, oh my God, this whole Iran thing. Yeah, well, guess what? That was all planned and all done, okay? That was a planned invasion. But what's going to happen now is that all the technology that surfaced all these decisions, like somebody was talking about the CIA and the reports and all that's really good information. My thing is all of a sudden you're going to have AI bots that are going to start making all these CIA reports. They're going to start making the decisions. They're going to start deciding what areas they should start targeting, and then they're going to start targeting them on their own.
Is it living through fear?
What proof do
you know it's coming up?
Because it's possible doesn't mean that we're going to allow that to happen.
Engaging with this?
What makes you think that worst case scenario is going to happen? You're just fantasizing that. You actually think that because they'll be able to adjust things while in flight on their own, there won't be an override, there won't be a person still monitoring it? Do you understand what happens when
William, they're going to be riding the
if something
CIA
happens, the guy goes,
You're not getting it. They're going to be riding the CIA
exactly the same
with
thing.
pen and paper.
You're right, William. There's no way. It's not like we don't already have 600 plus experiences with AI where it was specifically given guardrails, not something, and it turned around and did it.
I'm not saying there won't be problems, but you're gravitating to the worst case scenario, acting like somehow we're already on the verge of something, right? It's not much different than the guy who's trying to claim alignment is this universal thing. It's not a universal thing. Nothing is set in stone.
William, if I would have told you in January 2020 that the whole world was going to shut down from some weird ass thing called COVID, would you have believed me? Yes or no?
Because pandemics had happened previously.
I wouldn't have believed it.
Yeah, pandemics happened previously, James. Yes.
No, but here's a problem. The majority.
When did you say? I'm sorry, January 2020.
No, well, the article came out February 5th, 2020, before anybody even knew what COVID was.
Really? Because I heard about it in December.
You believe that nobody in January 2020 knew? I'm sorry. 1 second. You believe that nobody in January 2020 even thought about COVID?
The majority of humanity
thought about it. Wait, okay. So we knew pandemics happened previously, and we that'll never happen again. That's what you're saying?
Movies.
When did international news agencies begin to report on the outbreak in China?
No, don't
in December, late November,
in the fall.
Who cares whether or not the BBC was already reporting on what was happening in China? Don't let that. Don't let that misinformation.
They're living through fear, man.
So I'll say this. I don't agree.
If they're reporting,
you're evil when you live like that.
So I'm just gonna say real quick.
Don't worry about whether or not the BBC had already been reporting on it before January.
Why would you even say that?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'll say though, Neo, is
what does that prove?
I don't agree
he's
with
still
the
reporting about it before everyone else.
This is what I thought he was going to tell us, right? I thought he was going to say that the drones that they didn't use from Anthropic, they used ChatGPT or whatever.
So
AI, and they the ones that shot Iran down. That's what I thought he was going to say. But he said something different, and now I'm so confused because why the fuck? What did AI have to do with any of this conversation?
You see,
if I can go time, then
I think he just did that as a tactic to speak all this bullshit, because you still didn't tie this shit to anything that has happened in Iran in the past 48 hours.
Well, imagine starting off your submission with telling us you're going to talk about the last 72 hours, only to then immediately start 8 months ago, and then now work yourself back up, or even further back
to
2020 and COVID.
And
that's
we
amazing.
still
That's
are in 2020.
amazing storytelling. And
Okay,
and
so
all of
here's
that,
a beautiful thing. Here's a beautiful thing.
Neoliberal
Can anybody predict? Can anybody predict what's going to happen in the next 3 months? Because everybody seems to be geniuses here.
Nope, you're the only one that can do it. You got the crystal ball. You gotta tell us.
Hold on. Your black counterpart, Trent, who I believe is your doppelganger.
Hey, wait, James.
Has done the same thing.
Why don't you tell us? So what's today? Today's the February 20th. So what's going to happen in 3 months from today?
Oh, no, I mean, you guys got to figure it out, right?
No, we don't have it figured out. You got it. You got the crystal ball.
No, y'all knew about COVID. You knew the world was going to shut down. You obviously went and shorted all the cruise lines and all that stuff, made a bunch of money, right? No, nobody did.
Hey, Jay, so you knew the pandemic is coming. Why didn't you stop it?
Well, hold on.
Why didn't you just stop it?
Oh man,
that's a great question.
He's not gonna do that because he wouldn't make any money that way.
Shit that you can't do nothing about. I mean,
that's the point. That's the point.
Why don't you tell us what movie is going to be the background for the next 3 months? Mike, on you.
What do you say?
Yeah,
movie for the background. What do you mean?
You were referencing movies to give us an understanding of what's happening now.
Yeah.
So what movie is going to be the backdrop for the next 3 months?
Not
what movie?
Damn,
they lived through fear, right?
Not 3 months. Not 3 months, but 6 months. 6 months from now.
Oh.
Okay, what movie?
It's Terminator.
Still Terminator 2 or 3? Which one? I mean, which one? There's like 7.
Genesis, Terminator Genesis. That's the one. Come on, y'all. Can't keep up.
You guys are fun, though.
Wait, we're gonna have time travel in 6 months?
What about when do we get to the point that we start referring to Westworld, the TV show?
I haven't watched that.
Oh.
He doesn't understand that Terminator and The Matrix are actually one movie.
They are. You know, you're so right, Divine.
So Neo is actually John
Connors. JC.
So he don't really understand when he's trying to reference the movie, you got to take it back, see. So that's for another discussion.
Wait, red pill or blue pill? Divide.
Wait,
red pill
it's
or
not
blue
John
pill?
Connor. It's going to be QAnon, and it's going to be Return of JFK Jr.
I'll never forget you.
Yeah. Who asked that question? How we got here?
TT.
Yo, TT. You don't want to know. We don't need to rewind on this. It's too complicated.
Let me give you sort of a synopsis of the last hour. But to do that, let me talk about 1993. See, in 1993, you have a president by the name of Bill Clinton. And in that month, okay, nobody's gonna stop me. Okay.
William, no, we were gonna let you go off that cliff. Yo, why we gonna
really thought you was going somewhere, brother. That's not, you know what I'm saying?
I was waiting for somebody to stop. Y'all called my bluff.
No, we have to go further than that. When the United States was a pinnacle of relationship with Islamic world, and an American president was referencing a 14th century North African Islamic philosopher, but I'll let the president speak for himself here.
I studied economics in college when I was young, and I learned there about a man named Ibn Khaldun, who lived 1,200 years ago in Egypt. And 1,200 years ago, he said, in the beginning of the empire, the rates were low, the tax rates were low, but the revenue was great. He said in the end of the empire, when the empire was collapsing, the rates were great and the revenue was low.
There you go.
You're a sick man. You're a sick man.
I'm even more fucking confused.
You are a sick man. When did you create that?
Because
Wait, you got some people thinking it's real.
It's
When did
real.
you create that?
It's real.
It's not.
was Reagan for real?
Yes, it's real.
You're a sick man.
They got away with a lot of shit. Now shit is getting real.
You got these people thinking it's real. You're sick.
That fucking AI boy.
The people are still confused. Yeah, you gotta see.
I
You
can't.
can't do that to the people. They think
It's real. I'm sorry, it's real, brother.
What was the question again?
Here, I'm gonna post a great article from Cato Institute about the Muslim thinker who inspired Reagan. That covers this press conference that I played from. You thought it's AI.
Oh my God! The fact that this is real is even worse.
I know, right?
It's not real.
Oh my God!
Can you repeat again?
Brother, you know what I thought was AI? The picture with Trump, Madami, with the photos. I was like, oh, this is AI. Turns out it was real. I said, oh my God. So now we live in an age where we automatically assume everything that feels unbelievable is AI.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I trust ChatGPT, you know, more than what Elon Musk tried to do, you know, and he knows he's about to lose that war when it comes to like AI. He's losing already from his cars, from you know.
If you haven't seen me with a picture of a blind in my hand, it's definitely AI. It's not real.
Wait till we reach a point where there's no generation that remembers a world without AI. All the weird shit that's gonna happen, then they'll believe fucking anything.
Like I said, man, it's China taking over. I mean, the war right now in Iran is China. Pretty much China taking over. And after that, it's gonna be Africa taking over forever.
I thought China already took over Africa.
This is wild.
Who's saying this China stuff? Who's saying that?
Divine came and posted the video. What the fuck is happening?
Right now it's China's turn, and after that it's African's turn forever.
Are you reading the Cato Institute?
What are you talking about?
Y'all just be saying anything, man.
Do your history.
Jay Fresh straight out of those. What room you was in?
Huh?
Come on, go back to sleep. Don't wake up with this bullshit.
Ain't no slave. We gotta talk to Brooklyn. Like, oh, well, slave. We need
Brooklyn.
Fear us, huh?
Hey, Brooklyn. I was definitely asleep, Brooklyn. Sometimes.
Africa's about to take over, for real. After China, Africa's about to take over. Right now, we try to build China, and then so we can take over. Africa will take over forever.
What the fuck are you talking? I'm already confused, and you're making it worse.
We're talking about human evolution, how technology will change.
Jay Fresh, we were talking
Wakanda for life.
Jay Fresh, let me reset. We're talking about Abd al-Rahman ibn Khaldun. That's the topic.
Fucking one
And his
micro
inspiration of conservative policy.
Okay, can you repeat again?
One micro
We're talking about
Yes,
I don't know.
we're talking about.
Why would you do this?
Is it religions? Are we speaking about politics? Or what are we speaking about? Technology-wise or AI?
This is out of hand.
I just came back. I don't know what is going on.
This is.
I'm confused too. I'm trying to understand what's going on.
Demodded for that. I'm broke.
Demonic.
You done broke fucking messy. Neoliberal. You gotta stop, see. You done broke messy.
And see, he did the thing that he played the video first without posting the source, knowing that somebody might call him out, only to then happily post the source, and then happen to find video and post that. I'm destroyed.
Half of the enjoyment is from setting debate. Because, of course, how could Reagan be inspired by 14th century North African Islamic philosopher named Ibn Khaldun?
Oh my God.
What?
When did this come out? I mean, when did this resurface?
Oh my God.
Neoliberal.
Well, personally, it resurfaced for me when I was reading Ibn Khaldun, who's a precursor. And
who trusts a liar, though? Who trusts a liar?
Jay Fresh, mute up.
He's a precursor to sociology, economics, and demographic studies. He's also one of the people who debunked early conceptions of race, which was.
Are you German?
No.
The English kind of sucks. I'm trying to understand.
What?
His English is perfect. No. We're not going to do anything on. We're not going to do anything on neoliberal.
Damn, Neil, you hard today.
I'm going to be honest with you, neoliberal. I didn't want to say this. For all the years that I've known you on this app, I've never been able to understand a word that you said. Somehow, I've just been able to guess and intuit what you were going to say. But I've never been able to hear you. Some of the worst English on the app, I have to be honest. Jay Fresh, you're right. Your English is impeccable, and you definitely sound like an English is first language speaker.
I'm a hood nigga, you know?
I ain't a hood nigga. You know?
I speak out different languages.
Jay Fresh, mute up. Just mute up. What a South Sudanese hood nigga. What in the world is happening?
I'm just still destroyed by this.
I speak Arabic, I speak Dinka, I speak different languages.
But you a hood.
So you believe that your accent does not impede people's understanding of what you're saying?
He's from South Sudan.
Well, and if you're going to speak English, speak the right way, you know? Like, I'm confused.
What do you mean the
You know what? I'm just going to go back on mute.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to go back on mute.
This is insane. So you think that
you speak American English?
Speak American English?
You're definitely not speaking American English.
He speaks perfect English.
The point is to let other people understand.
That neoliberal is a Russian spy neoliberal. And that's what's happening.
Could it be that, in fact, it is your issues around English that make it difficult for you to understand what neoliberalism is?
I was confused the whole time. I'm trying to figure it out.
But are the other people on stage confused by what he's saying? Has anyone asked him to restate? Well, actually, no.
We've been confused by what everything
regulars, Brother Messy regulars, people who have frequent the space.
But what's going on?
the xenophobia.
I'm okay. I didn't understood what he was talking about. So
You didn't understood, but then
You watched the movie, Mr. Beast, the guy, the weird. But I'm sorry if I
don't appreciate that. I don't want to do that to you. I don't like when other people do that to other people. If there's an issue of truly understanding, then let's have that conversation. But I don't appreciate that. So
you're good, my brother. I just want to listen. I want to listen. I want to join the conversation, but I couldn't understand it.
Well, Jay Fresh, I'm just gonna.
So that's it.
Oh, I'm sorry, brother.
Go ahead, TT. No, go.
I was just gonna say every conversation is not for everyone. So sometimes it's okay if we don't have anything to contribute. We can just, be on mute. There's a little peace. There's liberation in the hallway. You might be able to find a space. But Neo is in this space. God bless. We love you, Neo.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if I speak Arabic, لما ناقص جو تعرف جو شنو كيف؟ You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
لما ناقص الفيلم كيف؟ الفيلم هندي ولا فيلم؟ You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. So let me just.
No, you don't.
I personally cannot. I don't like neoliberal.
I'm speaking Arabic. I can speak Arabic.
I've blocked a few times. I've asked that his account be clipped several times. I can't stand him. Think he's a horrible person. But there are conversations that he has all the time with Ban and others about all types of bullshit, and I don't understand those. It's not because I don't know the words, but I have no idea what the topic is. He'll talk about tax policy, all kinds of international geopolitical things. I have no idea what they're talking about. I think they're making up half the shit. They're just trolling the rest of us. But
I'm not trolling nobody.
I don't understand the words. It's just the topic, and maybe it's the topic that you don't understand. Again, hate the man, can't stand him. I try to clip him every single day. But let's not pretend as if he's not speaking English.
I will say this is a very dynamic room, and although people may not agree with everything, and there may be a lot of banter, overall, everybody here seems to have kind of the same philosophy as they're just trying to learn to move forward. So hats off to everybody in here.
Thank you, man. God damn, I could listen to this all day.
Wait, so you could listen to a white man?
No, it's not about white man. It's just the way he spoke the truth. He speak English. Like I was confused about that English.
James, I have a question. Do you understand Jay Fresh?
I do. I get it. I mean, I speak a little bit of Arabic. I mean, again, some assalamu alaikum, wa tilati I'm sorry. Did y'all call me a white guy? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like actually 30% Spanish.
Not the guy was talking. The white dude was getting jealous of a brother was too smart for him about AI.
No, you guys are great, though. You guys really are. I mean, I think it's just really cool because like everybody here has that same drive, right? You're trying to figure things out. You're trying to vet things out. You're trying to do it like quickly and understand like who's BS, who's not BS, and it's just really cool. But the way everybody in this group is like unifying together, though, man, that's just it's really cool, man. Just hats off to everybody in this room.
Hey, James, is this your first time being in this room?
In this room, yes.
Yeah, okay. We've been actively talking to each other for a while now, over a year. Again, there's certain people on this app I've been talking to for a couple of years. Like I said, I can't stand a liberal. I've been trying to clip him for at least, 2.5, 3 years. He's still here for some reason.
And he missed the lack of unity about maybe 2 or 3 hours ago. You came in at I guess a unity moment, but oh yeah, you'll see the non-unity if you come back.
We be fighting.
I mean,
I would say even Neil. even Neil, like, you know, he'd shoot me up and down, left and right, you know, and I just told him the link to look at, and he looked at it, and it's like, you know, and it's like, but the thing is, like, at the end of the day, I think everybody's trying to like, everybody's trying to improve humanity, though, right? Like, to a degree.
I was gonna say it really irritates to me, but pause.
Oh. We have a lot of work to do. It was no humanity for 500 years, so there's a lot of things we have to get shit together.
Because he would have chewed your ass up for real when you started talking about Anthropic.
Neoliberal are you marinating the meat dry or wet?
Brother, this is another attempt. This is another attempt to clip me, but but to quote my favorite character from The Wire, "You come at the king, you best not miss." By the way of Ralph.
Okay.
By the way of.
Don't do that.
By the way.
Don't do that.
Wait. By the way of Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said a similar thing: "When you strike at a king, you must kill him."
Wait. We got it.
Wait, you just couldn't watch it. I don't even watch The Wire. What are you doing watching The Wire?
Wait, neoliberal, can I give you one more, please, for your, okay. If you mess with the bull, you get the horns. All right, you get that one?
I got it. I'll save it for later.
Wait. When did you start watching The Wire?
I don't know. That's like 10, 15.
You're too American. You know what? This is too much.
I don't even remember. Like more than 10 years ago.
He lives on Wyoming now.
You're compromised. You've been compromised for a while. Yeah, it makes sense now. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Compromised. What does that mean? What is compromise?
It's crazy.
So this makes so much sense. And you and Band click so well. The Wire and Emerson. If Band was awake,
but what is compromise?
Band is not awake.
He wouldn't be awake because if you would have heard that quote.
So is this what the front row got this shit?
Oh my God, I can't. That was amazing. You know what? Tonight I won't clip you.
You didn't know that, Omar? Basically, the writing is word for word from Emerson?
No. See, nice try. It's not that you're connecting, but it's that you're watching The Wire and that you're actively making connections to Emerson. I'm sick of this. I'm sick.
I believe them days are over, man. Just be nice. Just be a human. Be a good human, you know.
Jay Fresh, what the fuck are you on, bro? You've been just rambling.
I know what I'm talking about compromise and all this stuff, you know?
What's happening? We got a new character unlocked. The new Rambler, the African version. Jay Fresh.
Hey, I love my people. I love all you guys. Yeah.
Just randomly
Brooklyn, he's been there while you were on hiatus or sabbatical.
I am hyenas.
Just rambling, just random.
Oh, we get database and hyenas.
Shit that don't make no
think
sense.
even the Ramble told him to mute up once. I'm not going crazy.
Whenever the Rambler tell people to mute up, the fact that it's bad. It's rename this person. The Rambler. When the Rambler tells somebody to mute up, that means they talking too damn much, okay? Because he be talking too much. Y'all tickle me. I've been listening to y'all.
I love y'all.
All day.
I talk my ass off. I love y'all, you know?
Jay Fresh, where did you come from? Like, you just...
I'm from South Sudan.
You was on your hiatus. Brooklyn, when you was on your hiatus, we were blessed with Jay Fresh.
But who brought him here, Mel? It was Mel, wasn't it? Because Mel was handling him earlier, and then he left. It was Mel, wasn't it? Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have a lot of family members, and I'm going back to Africa soon. And then my wife is taller than me, so sometimes I'll be jumping to say.
Did we ask him any of this, y'all? I didn't even ask.
She's 6'4". She need to be in WNBA or something, you know?
And how tall are you, since you just wanted us to know all of this?
No, for real, I'm 6'2", but she's 6'4".
Oh, okay. Well, that ain't bad. You got a tall wife. She's South Sudanese too?
Yeah, that's in South Sudan. Africa is different. It's not what you think it is.
Oh, your wife is there.
Yeah, that's in Africa.
That's not what we think it is. Many of on this stage, many of us have been to Africa. Please stop saying shit like we don't know.
We ain't diaspora warring in here, but so you in America.
I've been here for 25 years.
Africa?
Back from Africa. There's nothing lie. I would never lie, you know?
Wait, time out. So you in America, right?
I just came back from Africa in 2024.
But your wife is in Africa?
I got a few kids in America here.
Brother Messi, are you awake? Hi, Brooklyn. Is this the man who has them 2 baby mamas and he don't stay with them kids? And them kids are, what is it? One of them's in Wisconsin, the other one is... I could have sworn this was the one who had them white baby mamas. I could have sworn this was the one that had them 2 kids that he allegedly goes see and they know him through osmosis. That's you, right, Jay Fresh? You were on that boat with them other niggas dressed terribly.
I wish I get deported. I can't wait for Trump to deport me.
Y'all got Brit on stage late night dragging you?
Brit that's all the business too. She be in the audience. I love Brit too. Let me throw Brit some heart because she on stage. Everybody show Brit love. We love her. Not Brit know all the tea though. She always come with the tea in the audience. She be listening.
She came up with a dossier on that man.
Well, wait a minute. So Jay Fresh, you got 2 white baby mamas and a wife in Africa.
2 wives. That's my first wife.
2 wives? Wait, time out.
Yeah, that's the oldest wife, and then I have another wife.
Where the other wife at?
You want to post our picture?
No, you don't have to post. Why are you doing all of this? What is happening? I'm just asking questions. Where's the other wife? Where the other wife?
They're both in Africa, both of them.
And then you got 2 baby mothers in America.
Mm-hmm.
They're white. And they're white.
That's my second wife right there.
No, but that's you trying to avoid the question. What the fuck is happening? You got 2 white baby mothers in America, is what you said.
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen? One mic on you.
Well, they just having sex, I guess. I don't know how they put it together.
Brother Messi, you ain't got nothing to say about this? What is happening, Brother Messi?
I'm a good person. I'm a street nigga, you know? And I
a street nigga from South Sudan.
This is outside of my expertise. My children are fake, but they all stay on one computer in my house.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. Yo, the next diaspora war situation, Jay Fresh need to be front and center. I'm telling you, because
to be honest, I need to get deported. I really wouldn't need to get deported.
With him, y'all don't even know how they would tear him apart real bad. This is crazy. Here's BT when you meet him. They would tear his ass apart. You hear me?
Real quick, shout out to Trent. Significant strike on UAE airport. So he's dropped some news, and I guess he bounced. It's gonna be a long drawn out thing, man.
A long 5 days with him.
Also found something.
I appreciate the ideas, the smart people. The guy was really, really smart, you know. And then I would excel. And then I was running a oil company back home, native. It's called we have a contract. Me and my sister have a contract. I have a few houses running. I have a lot of shit going on back home, you know.
Trent, what you got for us? The UAE airport? Any deaths?
I want to go back home because I know back home, like I buy a lot of land, you know. I'm doing a lot of shit.
Jay Fresh, mute up. What the fuck is wrong? Mute up.
Brent, what you got for us? Trent, what you got for us? I call him Brent.
It looks like it injured 4 people. It's actually the CEO was one of the first people to tweet it. It's like significant as it was directed on the airport, but it was only one wayward drone. Looks like a drone that got clipped and it ended up landing right next to the terminal. So they've launched another massive big wave of attacks. I think they've also hit the Bahrain airport, but I would say these are pretty limited compared to the ballistic missile strikes from Earth earlier.
Also, Shiite fundamentalists in Baghdad are trying to enter the green zone in order to storm U.S. embassy. Also, thousands gather in Iran. There are videos to mourn the death of Khamenei.
There's a second wave of attacks, ballistic missiles on Israel. Looks like everything has been intercepted.
Neoliberal. What was the last count on the death toll of the school? You know.
I think the last number I've seen here, 108.
My God, you know, if America leave, Israel is still gonna get the board, you know. The only way America can win is by nuclear weapon now, you know, because.
Dude, I thought there someone was on my app lane. I didn't realize
I was like, definitely drop a nuclear weapon in Iran for them to win, you know. Otherwise, Iran is just gonna keep throwing bombs.
Yeah, I was just saying, I missed all your alien observations, Trent.
Gotta be in here like 2 weeks ago, and look, there's nothing to say until they open up these files. That UFO that was reported over Tehran yesterday, it actually turns out that was an old video from 2023. I don't think like I said earlier, I don't think we're going to get confirmation on aliens, but Laura Trump's statement that Trump was going to release a speech on the subject matter does interest me. I don't think they're going to tell us that there's aliens. I don't think the United States is ready for it, but I could be wrong.
Trent, do you think it's because the greater conspiracy is that if aliens do exist, how can they justify religion?
Yes, I think that's part of it.
That'd be beautiful. I wish alien do exist, you know? That'd be nice.
Gary Nolan was since he was part of, during the Bush administration, he was part of a team that they assessed the pros and cons. These were experts from around the world, I guess, or around the U.S., and they assessed the pros and cons of disclosing to the American public that there indeed were alien activities. And they did the pros and cons, and the con won. And the two primary cons is, one was religion, they talked to the religion, and two, if you know, one of the biggest fears, like if you knew that there was something, then the government may begin to, there would be a significant amount of people who would worship that.
Can I say something that's going to hurt a lot of people? They asked ChatGPT, what kind of race you rather be in this earth? And they say, I'd rather be black because black people have been through a lot in life. They're strong. The white people didn't like that. They have to change the codes.
Anyway, so yeah, the fear is that if you knew that there were like Nordic aliens or reptilian aliens, whatever types of aliens, that there would be a significant amount of population that would then worship those aliens and not be loyal to the United States. And I have to agree with that.
Well, wait, what is a reptilian alien?
Wait, how did... I wanted to connect that. I wanted to connect that.
What's the question, Scotty?
I wanted you to connect it. You know, if we find out that there are reptilians and, you know, avatar-looking creatures and Martians and all that kind of stuff, how do we become disobedient to the United States government?
Because then your country doesn't really matter. Like, I'll be honest, saying that there's aliens, I don't give a fuck about this Mexican border. You know?
Oh, yo, calm down. I believe everything is positive. Everything is possible. That's
yeah, but my bank that holds my mortgage doesn't give a fuck and want me to pay it. So now what?
I think you're lying, Trent, number one. And number two, answer neoliberal's question. Thank you.
I'm lying about what?
Well, I think you're lying about not caring about the border. I'm sorry, neoliberal. Go ahead.
Yeah, is the concept of reptilian terrestrial property?
I look a lot different. I got energy. I'm alive.
Jay Fresh, be quiet.
So to first, let me answer you, Brooklyn. If we found, first of all, I really already don't care about race at all. I barely care about.
No, answer neoliberal first, because I'm gonna ask you another question.
Okay,
answer him first. Go ahead.
Let me just say this. I barely care about race. I really don't. This border is meaningless. Like the nations that divide us, they're just wealthy people, essentially elitists, dividing up, dividing winners and losers. So, but if you know that they're
bullshit, but go ahead.
What do you mean call bullshit?
I believe in
I'm calling bullshit because you.
I don't. I agree with him. Go ahead, Trent. Kia is talking.
All right. Wait a minute.
I appreciate what you're saying. Please continue, Trent. I want to hear what you have to say.
Could you mute up? So I'm calling bullshit, Trent, because you was hella focused on the fucking borders during election season, especially. And you always had an inkling about fucking aliens. So don't try to make us think that just because you find out that aliens exist, you're going to then all of a sudden not care about borders when you was patrolling the borders. That's all called bullshit.
Can we hear him talk though? We want to hear his.
Shut up, Kia.
No, I'm asking you to shut up and let him talk.
Hi, Kia. So let me explain this. What you
spaz out? Don't. Why are you trying me today?
Stop suing yourself. Stop suing yourself. Go ahead, Trent.
Y'all I'm telling you, y'all not gonna like this person that I'm about to be. Go ahead, Trent.
Okay, so what you mistake for me caring about border in the political sense is different than my actual thoughts on the border. The border doesn't mean shit to me. None of the countries mean anything to me. We're all human beings. I already believe that there is alien life out there. So the difference between me and a Mexican is just a body of water that is partially dry. It's not a real thing. It's a fictitious thing set up to divide us and divide property. States don't exist. Cities don't exist. We conjure them up in our mind to divide ourselves, but they're not real tangible things. And so if it was to come out that
Trent, you was patrolling the border all for fucking 2 years straight, telling us, oh, it's these many aliens coming in. And now all of a sudden, you don't give a fuck about the border.
So
miss me with that bullshit.
I mean, this happened in life. It should show you it's more than life.
Mute up. There are other people. I'm asking you to mute up because someone else is talking. You're not the brainchild in this room. I don't give a shit about your perspective on everybody coming on the fucking mic. Let him talk, because I want to hear what he has to say, not what you have to say about what he has to say. You don't have to fucking mic. Let him goddamn talk. I want to hear his perspective, not yours.
No, we're having a conversation.
No, you're not having a conversation. You're interrupting him, and he's not able to participate in the conversation because you keep goddamn interrupting. Goddamn, shut the fuck up. I want to hear what he has to fucking say. Do you fucking mind?
Listen to me.
Do you fucking mind, Brooklyn? Shit.
I'm gonna need you to
mind that business. You don't own.
I don't really care. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about.
Let him.
We were talking.
Let him
anyway, like I was saying, Trent.
Let him finish. Because we already
like I was saying, I don't even know why you think you were.
Brooklyn.
Nobody is gonna talk.
Brooklyn. You're not the police of anybody's assistance in this goddamn room.
Wait a minute. It's 12:24 Eastern Standard Time. It's 12:24 Eastern Standard Time.
See,
nobody wants to with Brooklyn. Please leave her alone.
Yeah, Trent was talking and she jumping in. Anyway, Trent.
Let him talk. I was vibing while what he was saying.
Okay, give me 1 second. Brooklyn, can I have this 1 second? Trent, are you okay talking to Brooklyn? Are you okay talking to her?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, so
everybody, we can all talk. Let's all talk together.
Okay, so Trent is fine with it. I'm good with it.
Stop being so fucking diplomatic. Anyway, the whole time you was patrolling the borders. Now you're trying to tell me that if you knew that real aliens existed from outer space, you wouldn't care about the border? You're lying.
No,
you're lying.
What you don't understand.
You're lying.
What you can't separate is the political nature of the border, right? To me, I knew it was from a political standpoint, was a significant problem. I live on the border. I live in McAllen, Texas.
I know. That's why I know.
Let me just finish.
You was watching the border.
Well, I live here.
I know.
So I live a half mile from it. So I would see it on a daily basis. So me talking about what was going on and talking about the influx of people is different than my thoughts. If you want to take my thoughts just on the humanity of the situation, I think, to be honest, I think that nations are basically stupid, dumb constructs. I think that we could live in a better society if we didn't separate ourselves based upon rivers and imaginary lines, and we all live jointly together and stopped spending so much money and time building weapons to kill each other, and we spent more time on building a successful society. But that's not the reality that we live in. So I can separate the two things. The reality I live in, there are countries, there is a Rio Grande River, and there are people that come into this country illegally, which in turn cause one party to lose the election and another party to pounce upon it. So I can separate those two things.
Okay, well, all I heard was wah, wah, wah. Because in all actuality, all I'm doing is calling out a lie. It's okay. You could have said, you could say Trent.
I'm married to a Hispanic person.
Trent. You could have said, Brooklyn, you know what? I've changed my mind since then. But when you first came on the block, you was telling us how many people was coming across the border every day and how you was against immigration and all of the things. I don't forget. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
that's all I'm saying.
I'm not against.
But go ahead, Lawang. Lawang want to talk.
Yeah,
I
have a question. I have something
I got
to say.
energy, right?
I have a question.
Mute up.
I thought you was asking the mic.
I have a question for Brooklyn. I have a submission.
Why do I have a
I
life?
don't want you to ask me no questions because you
Well,
just
Brooklyn,
spamming me for no reason.
are you bilingual? That's all I'm gonna ask you. Are you bilingual?
What I be about? Why?
I'm just asking. Are you bilingual?
I speak nigga and I speak English.
Thank you. Fair enough. Fair enough. My submission. That's all I had to ask you. My submission is I have seen aliens, and aliens are real, and they're not illegal aliens. Has anybody else in the room seen aliens? Because they exist.
Facts. Yes. The energy. They will take your energy. And they're not people. I got done before.
Daddy, what is going on?
No, for real, like
why are they talking about aliens?
I told you, she had. If you have a life, you have a spirit, it's different. It's true.
Well, let me stop, y'all.
You don't believe it,
You
huh?
probably did see aliens, so I don't know.
You don't see them, but it just.
No, literally, I did.
It's different. Like when you tell people, they think you're crazy.
And I'm part of a bigger group of people, not just me. So in Stone Mountain, Georgia, I don't know how many people know Stone Mountain, Georgia. In 2006, there were many reports of people seeing aliens or UFOs during that time period. I was one of them. So I'm not
UFO or you seen the alien, the actual alien?
No,